Hi, it's your Pisces MC Trevor Quincy. Today is Wednesday, May 10th, 2023. Of course, we're doing what we usually do. We're going to be answering some questions for astrology, and then we're going to get into some readings. I'm also watching American Idol Season 11. It's something to watch. It's something to watch. But while we wait for everybody to come in, I'm going to get ready with the Astro Weather forecast and our weather for today in New York. You know. Hi, everyone that's coming in. Let me lower this so I don't get distracted. Okay. Hi. Okay, here we go. Everybody's coming in, just getting everything set up. How's everyone doing? How's everyone's morning? How's everyone's Wednesday? You know? I'm doing okay today. It's sunny, but it's cloudy, as it usually is. But I may go roller skating later. Hello, for those that are coming in. How's everyone? You still need me. All right, 12th house starts at 11 Capricorn, containing Sun, Mercury, Venus, and Chiron. All right, interesting. Well, it could be karmic though, because Capricorn in the 12th house, though Saturn likes planetary joy in the 12th house, Capricorn tends to do very well too. Solitude is really needed. And really asking the universe questions, because trusting in the unknown may have some wounds there, and from hidden enemies as well. 7:07 on my clock, it's 11:09 over here. Are you said 7. Is it 7 a.m. or p.m.? Because that would really help me to determine. Let's see. Love your content. Thank you. Je parle un peu de français. All right, so while we're waiting for everybody to come in, we're going to get to our Astro Weather forecast, and then we're going to read the weather for today, if you guys are in our tri-state area here. All right, Sun's at 19 Taurus, Moon 23 Capricorn, Mercury 6 Taurus retrograde, Venus 3 Cancer, Mars 24 Cancer, Jupiter 28 Aries, Saturn 6 Pisces, Uranus 18 Taurus, Neptune 27 Pisces, Pluto 0 Aquarius retrograde, Pluto is at a critical degree, Chiron 17 Taurus, North Node 3 Taurus retrograde, and Lilith 0 Leo. Lilith is at a critical degree as well. PM, where are you from? 7:07 p.m. Hold on, how long is that? That's 8 hours ahead. Are you in, I'm gonna take a guess. Are you in the Middle East? Are you in Saudi Arabia? Are you in Dubai? Are you in, yep, that's my guess, Dubai. All right, so let's see here. What's the weather for today? All right, so the weather for New York City, it's 63 degrees right now. It is going to get warmer, high 72, low 55. It's what it's going to be for the day. But of course, for those that are just joining in, we are going to be doing some readings as well as answering some questions of yours. I'll put the payment information up in a sticker. And while that gets going, readings today are $15 as they are usual. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, TRZO LLC. The name is synonymous through all three programs, or all three platforms. It is 11:11 right now. I'm going to show you guys. 11:11, make a wish, everyone. Make a wish, make a wish, make a wish. All right. Let's see. I have a Leo. Oh, not the Dubai I wish, T. All right. I have a Leo stellium in my first house with Saturn, Moon. So Leo stellium, Saturn, Moon, and rising. What does that mean with Lilith? Well, I don't usually observe Lilith when I'm doing readings, but I know Lilith definitely means that that's an area of your life where you were suppressed or repressed early on in life, and as a result, you kind of go extreme. So self-identity, independence, taking action towards your life's direction, you may go extreme in these areas. With Saturn, you just require consistency with any action that you're taking, and with the Moon there, any action that you take, you need to resonate with it emotionally. If not, not going to make the cut, unfortunately. But major focus for you is on building up your confidence, expressing yourself, shining your light, not dimming it because of other people's projection. Okay. Let's see in Leo what that we owe. Let's see here. 11th house starts at 22 degrees Sagittarius. Jupiter in Sag is a good energy. Just watch out for the lecture Larry, preachy teachy energy. All right. I'm close to Russia and Ukraine. Oh, okay. So that's about 8 hours ahead, because here right now it's 11:12. So I would assume that it's 7:12 over there. Yeah. I have a part of fortune in Cancer in my 8th house now. How can I find success? I also have my part of fortune in Cancer. I think, yeah, 21 degrees Cancer. When it's in the 8th house, it's really tapping into your healing journey, prioritizing your healing journey, your transformation as well. Ooh, sorry. Going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life, and making peace with your past. And then with Cancer, just tapping into your more nurturing energy, tapping into your home and your family, processing your feelings and your emotions, listening to your intuition is going to be really important too. Let's see. Too real, love you. Thank you, thank you. Do degrees matter? It really depends, because, you know, degrees tell me, like, where you are on your lesson journey, depending on the certain sign. Like, for instance, if you have 22 degrees, Jupiter in Sagittarius, you're wrapping up those lessons. You're towards the end. You still got a little bit more to go. But when people say, oh, 29 degrees can bring you fame, 28 degrees can make you a millionaire, and all that, those are all theories, you know, and those are based off of just looking at other people's charts and then looking at the patterns and things like that. So you gotta take those things with a grain of salt, okay? Hi, how you doing? How you doing? What about Scorpio moon, 7th house, 14 degrees? Well, when moon is in the 7th house, or when moon's in Scorpio, first and foremost, it's in debilitation, so it's going to require a bit more effort for emotional regulation, learning your emotional intelligence, okay? But with moon in the 7th house, emotional fulfillment comes through relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts. But when it is, the 14 degree won't matter. It's just adding a little bit of Taurus energy to that moon placement. But when moon is in Scorpio in the 7th house, you may yearn for a deep connection, one that has intimacy, vulnerability, and it may be transformative for you. But just be sure here not to over obsess with the relationships or even business per se. It doesn't necessarily have to just do with other people. Could have to do with business as well. So just be sure that we're not over obsessing with these things as well. That will help you to stand in your power emotionally. All right. Let's see here. Cancer ascendant with 13 degrees Aries. So yeah, oh, by the way, I'm also a Cancer ascendant, which let me start my poll. What is your rising sign? I want to know. You can let me know in the comment section if you don't have the polls, but if you have the polls, definitely go ahead and vote. But with Cancer ascendant at 13 degrees, just sprinkling that Aries energy. But Cancer ascendant, I love my Cancer ascendant because I'm also a Cancer ascendant too. Let's see, 14 degrees rising Leo first house, adding that Taurus sprinkle. Scorpio moon with 1 degree, adding that Aries sprinkle in there. He's a Libra sun and rising, and I have Libra moon with Mars. Oh, interesting. You guys are completing all the Libra, you know? I do wonder, do you guys, like, be sure to watch out for people pleasing though, but do you guys kind of like take each other into consideration before you guys put yourself, because Libra, before they have their Diet Aries moment, they tend to put other people before themselves, so watch out for that. Let's see here. How are we all talking about 14 when it's 11:14? Look at God. Look, it's the synchronicities. Hi, just paid through Cash App. Yep, bro, so I got yours. We'll get to you in just a second. We just chat before we start the readings and everything like that. We give everybody time to come in and get settled and ask their questions. All right, how does the ruler of the 7th and the 12th affect relationships? Well, this can indicate karmic relationships. It is 6 from itself, so conflicts, issues, and disputes can definitely happen in relationships, but it's something that can actually better your development. With 7th in the 12th house, also developing some sort of connection with the universe or really focusing on spiritual development as well will definitely aid in the relationship. You guys just may, you know, develop your spirituality together, but do watch out for hidden enemies in relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connections as well, because that can definitely show up. What's your take on Sagittarius Mars? Oh, okay, no problem, thank you. Of course. What's your take on Sagittarius Mars? I have Sagittarius Mars, so I could talk about this from experience. We get mad very quickly, and then it's kind of like this spark, and then it's not. But a lot of energy and drive towards finding a philosophy, a belief system, your own personal meaning of life, whatever that may mean to you, and you're meant to expand on that. But just be sure not to rush into a certain philosophy or meaning of life, because that can lead to years of undoing, and it's not a cute look. All right, let's see here. Do I know anything about astrocartography? I do. I actually do readings on astrocartography. You know? Let's see here. Thoughts on Gemini and Cap risings? Those are two very different risings. With Gemini rising, major focus is on being witty, lighthearted, becoming curious of mundane knowledge, as well as siblings, cousins, your immediate environment may be applicable. Capricorn, it's more being somebody prominent in society, focusing on career, status, legacy, and life's work as well. So very two different signs. They quincunx. They both need compromise if you guys want to come together as a union. What sign am I? Do I feel like saying it today? Scorpio. Why not? I don't want to have to keep up the illusion. Let's see here. Somebody asked a question. Mars, Gemini, 2nd house, 15 degrees, adding that Gemini sprinkle, actually. So it's adding Gemini on top of Gemini. Watch for the argumentative energy, though. And definitely watch for the debating energy. But Mars in the 2nd, be sure that you're not rushing to get money or equating your money to your worth and value, or over-obsessing over money as well, too. All right, so let's see here. Rosa first gave a Cash App, so we're going to start with Rosa when it loads up. Be sure when you are sending your information, did you learn more about Lilith? I did. You know, I still don't incorporate it. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't incorporate it in my readings. It's because I'm just like, I feel like it's just so much at that point, you know? That's why I don't do all the other asteroids. I know about them, I just don't do them. But yes, I did learn more about Lilith. I already knew about Lilith to begin with. It's where you're suppressed or repressed early on, and then as a result, you go extreme. It's the dark feminine energy as well. Let's see here. Being a Pisces sun is hard. Look, I feel, well, because with Pisces, a lot of it is unconscious and hidden. So I can understand why it's challenging. Okay, Scorpio North Node, at, you know, the minute when you guys start talking, oh, let's see here. Scorpio North Node, 14 degrees. Libra Moon, 13 degrees, 7th house. Just saw your karmic degrees videos. Oh, okay, so they're not karmic degrees. I don't want you to, because that was numerology. So those are karmic numbers. Hold on, give me 1 second. Those are karmic numbers, and that pertains to numerology. So say, for instance, if you are life path 4, but when you're adding up your life path number, it says 13-4, your life path is then karmic, and that can talk about an abuse of something in a past life. You can apply that to the degrees. I personally don't look at karmic degrees like that. I know that there are some astrologers that do incorporate numerology into that. So in a sense, if you do feel like there has been karma within your emotions, your home family, your intuition, as well as your North Node, your destiny, if it may feel karmic, then that's something that I would take into consideration. For me, I have not looked at any karmic degrees in my own personal chart. So I'm not saying that it's not real or you debunk it. No, it's just saying that if it resonates with you, definitely use it. Let's see here. 10th house starts at 18 degrees Scorpio, adding that Virgo sprinkling in there. Cancer, 20 degrees, adding that Scorpio flare in there. Oh, thanks for explaining. Yeah, of course. But yeah, no, you can use the karmic numbers for degrees, for instance, if you're living in a karmic net number, but I personally just use it for numerological purposes only. All right, so let's get started with the readings. Here's how it's going to work. If in the case that you send your payment information alongside your birth information, so time, date, location, we're definitely going to need that as well. Okay, so let's just be sure here. Hold on, let me pause this because I'm getting distracted. All right. For those that are sending your payment information, just be sure to include your birth time, date, location, and then we're going to add you to the queue. I'm actually going to show your chart on the screen. I'm going to flip it, and then we're going to look at your chart all together. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm also going to look at critical degrees. What are critical degrees? Critical degrees are degrees of significant importance. So anytime when you have transits or aspects here, this can bring in a fated event, and this is actually helping you on your evolution journey. So if you do have any critical degrees, pay attention to the sign and the house, okay? Let's see here. What is vertex? I honestly don't even look at vertex, so I couldn't tell you. All right, the Scorpio 14 degrees North Node does resonate, not the Libra Moon though. Yeah, that's all I'm like, it's more for numerology. If you find it resonates, definitely look into it. If it doesn't, it doesn't, all right? First up, we're gonna start with Rosa, having the same birthday as Beyonce, just not the different years. But look, we got a native New York. That's right, Bronx, New York. I'm also in New York as well. Who's Tipsy Sis? I'm not gonna do your chart. Do not put your information here because we don't know who's watching. Everybody bird box, bird box. Don't ever put your information here. Don't put your birth information up here. It's because we don't know who's watching. People can look at your chart and take advantage of your energy. We don't want that now. So let's be sure that we are being cautious of putting our information out there, okay? Let's see. So Rosa's up first. All right, Bronx, if this would, okay, cool. And 2004 and tie. All right, got everything set up here. Whoopsies, you probably didn't know. That's why I don't, for most people that put it up, they don't know. But excuse me, I'm a little gassy today. But if you didn't know, don't do it. Y'all, don't be weird. Let's see here. Whoopsies, y'all, don't be weird. Don't know what that means. All right, so everyone, let's say hello to Rosa. Hi, Rosa. Hi, Rosa. All right, let's see. Ooh, Leo Ascendant. All right, so let's see. Do you have any critical degrees? All right, so Uranus 4 degrees, Pisces, critical degree, and it's retrograde too. Okay, that leads me to my next point. If you have any retrograde planets, it's going to reverse the planet's roles and it's going to make it stronger. That means that you're here to relearn some lessons pertaining to the specific planet, all right? Let's see here. So you have Uranus 4, Pisces, critical degree. Do you have anything else over here? I'm not seeing it. Let's go over here. Do you have any critical degrees over here? Nah, you only have the one critical degree. So not bad, nothing major. All right, so let's come up here. All right, in this lifetime, you're really meant to focus on building up your confidence, expressing yourself, putting yourself out there, shining your light, not dimming it because of other people's projection, okay? Now, with Mercury in your first house, you have a lot of ideas. Make sure that you're taking action behind these ideas. That way, this can actually help you towards your career status, legacy, and life's work, and also finding a belief system, a philosophy, a meaning of life, whatever that may mean to you, all right? But with your chart ruler being in the second house, it is 2 places from itself. You could have a lot of natural gifts and talents, or you could be heavily focused on establishing your worth and value. That may be things that are very, very important to you in your life's direction as well. But with the Sun, with the Sun, Mars, and Jupiter in your second house, watch for frivolous spending here. Watch for going into certain things and impulsive spending as well. With Virgo, it talks about monitoring your spendings and monitoring your money in general. You would benefit from having multiple sources of income, but money could actually be karmic for you. Okay, we have what is called a mutual reception, do we? Yes, we do. We have a mutual reception. So your first house ruler and your second house ruler are actually exchanging energy, okay? Because Mercury rules Virgo, it's in the first house, and then the Sun is in Virgo, it rules your first house as well. So it's really important here that your second and your first house are exchanging energy back to back. Though I will say finances could be karmic for you because your ruler for the second house is 12 places from itself. So definitely watch for any hidden enemies, people that are trying to put their hand in your money as well, because that can definitely happen for you. All right, just be sure that we're not equating money to your worth and value as well, okay? Watch for criticism for yourself and for others as well, especially within the immediate family. All right, nothing in Libra in your third house, but people definitely like what you have to say, so don't be afraid to speak up your opinion, speak on your thoughts as well. Fourth house in Scorpio usually is indicative of a karmic or transformative upbringing. You could be a generational curse breaker, especially if Pluto was there, that would be a higher indication. But I will say here, be sure to let go of any emotions that no longer serve you. Letting go of what no longer is in alignment. That way you can get in alignment with your dharmic path. Now, with your fourth house ruler actually being 11 places from itself, remember, we're going to look at Mars here. And we're going to also look at Pluto, but Pluto is more for anything that's happening on a collective scale. But since this is in your fourth house, this is more personal because this is the foundation of who you are. So we're going to look at where Mars is. It's 11 places from itself. So that means there's a lot of gains and rewards once you prioritize your healing journey and process your feelings and your emotions as well. Let's see here. We have Pluto in Sagittarius in the fifth house. There is power when you establish some sort of confidence within yourself and express yourself, put yourself out there, focusing on having fun and adventure, but not over obsessing with these themes as well, okay? That'll help you to step into your power. Also finding a philosophy, a meaning of life, a certain belief system, that'll also help you to step into your power just as long as you don't over obsess with it. Do watch for overindulgence in the fifth house though, because Sagittarius can tend to expand on these things and it can be quite transformative for you. All right, sixth house Capricorn, you have Chiron here. When Chiron's in the sixth house, there are wounds around critique, criticism, and perfectionism. Perhaps maybe people didn't like your tone of delivery when you were just speaking, you know, when you were just being yourself, and they thought that you were critiquing them. So out of projection, they critique you. And so it's really important that you focus on your personal development journey as well as your career status, legacy, and life's work. Because I can see here that people try to downplay your success, or they try to tell you that, oh, success is very hard to achieve and nobody like you would ever try to achieve, you know, things like that. Focusing on your career status, legacy, and life's work, and taking action behind that as well will help you to not only heal yourself, but it'll also help you to heal other people in the long run too. You'd benefit from having some sort of energetic boundaries in your day-to-day as well, since you have 12th house aspects here. So setting up energetic boundaries, that way people don't take advantage of your energy or drain your energy as well, will definitely be favorable for you. Finding a balance also between personal development and spiritual development will also be applicable for you too. All right, seventh house. In a past life, even early on in this life, you could have been focused on friends, groups, networks, organizations, and the execution of your future endeavors. With Neptune here, it kind of brings the confusion with what it takes to actually sustain a relationship. Since these themes are affecting your relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts, it is important that we face relationships in a more realistic approach, because Neptune here, as I said, it's the smoke and mirrors energy. It's very confusing. Also, you may yearn to be understood in a relationship. You may yearn to be understood in a connection of some sort. Be sure that you have the understanding for yourself, as well as if in the case that you would like to have a relationship with somebody, be their friend first. That way you get to know them. That would actually be beneficial for you, okay? Developing a connection with the universe and really listening to your subconscious mind can actually help you within a relationship. It can also help you within your career status, status legacy and life's work as well, though there is inner tension between the two. Not listening to what everybody has to say, but listening to what resonates with you the most will definitely help you within your career, status, legacy, and life's work. It'll also help you to alleviate yourself from any inner conflict and tension. All right, then we have the 8th house, Uranus and Pisces. Sudden transformative changes with Uranus here, but it will come with wisdom. You are meant to share that with others. Just be sure not to escape your transformation or your healing journey as well. Establishing a connection with the universe can also help you on your healing journey too. All right, also pay attention to your ideas that come from your healing journey. They can actually help you within your career, status, legacy, and life's work. Effort is required, of course. All right, 9th house, you have Aries MC. You're meant to do whatever it is that you feel like doing. Aries is a very intuitive placement, and not everybody says that. I'm like, that's why they're so impulsive and spontaneous. But that leads me to my next point. Be sure that we're not being so spontaneous and impulsive, especially around career, status, legacy, life's work, even around finding a belief system, a philosophy, a meaning of life, because this can lead to years of undoing. It can lead to stagnancy within the career and a lot of accidents that you would have to redo. Okay, so be sure that we're taking our time. And also, there's the dichotomy between Aries and Libra. Aries tends to do now and think later. Libra tends to think now and do later. Be sure that we are finding the balance between the two, between like thinking before you do, okay? Now with your MC ruler being, let's see here, 6 places from itself, career may bring a little bit of conflict, disputes, and issues. So just be sure that we are paying attention to what's going on within our career dealings, okay? Speaking of career, you are destined to be remembered for something, to really focus on your career, status, legacy, and life's work, okay? You will have other people giving you resources, helping you out to manifest your career, status, legacy, and life's work, because you are not meant to do this by yourself, but patience is required, okay? Taurus is like watching paint dry. So it's really important here that you develop the patience, because whatever you're building for yourself, it's going to be around for a very, very long time. And it's going to give you emotional fulfillment. But that leads me to my next point. Be sure that whatever you're doing within your career, status, legacy, and life's work, that it's something that resonates with you emotionally, because if not, it's not going to make the cut. You may just do something for money, but if you don't feel like you're a part of it, then it's just not going to work out for you, all right? Also, I meant to say with your MC here, it's at the major apex of a T-square. I call them the triangles of tension, all right? Tapping into your communicative skills, developing your skills, your siblings, cousins, immediate environment, becoming curious of mundane knowledge, and spreading information based off of what you've learned. That will definitely help you to alleviate any inner conflict and tension that you may have, all right? Moving on to your 11th house in Gemini, nothing really major there. Just pay attention to your ideas. They're actually quite innovative. They can make the world a better place and progress society to move forward. Just watch for spreading any misinformation or gossip around friends, groups, networks, and organizations as well. 11th house ruler is 3 places from itself in Leo. Self-effort will be required here, okay? So any action that you're taking towards making your dreams a tangible reality or executing your future endeavor is going to need effort on your behalf. Last but not least, before I let you go, we do have Cancer in the 12th house. Saturn is in the planetary joy in the 12th house, but when it's in Cancer, it does require a bit more effort since it is in detriment in the sign of Cancer. So just being sure that we are taking time in solitude, because that's really what Saturn in the 12th house usually wants, is to be in solitude. That way he can develop himself with the universe, developing that connection with the universe and establishing some sort of trust with the unknown. I'm not sure what to do with my career. I'm currently thinking about the military. Oh, we're going to go over that in just a second. But with Saturn conjunct Venus here, this can actually be indicative of karmic relationships. So definitely watch out for that. But I will say that there could be a long-term relationship coming in and maybe a soulmate level, something that emotionally resonates with you. But definitely watch out for emotional manipulation, caretakers, nurturers, feminine energy, money, worth, and value, as well as higher ups, bosses. Your father figure can even be karmic here. Perhaps he was there physically but not emotionally, or he could have been absent altogether. So just be sure that we're setting up those energetic boundaries, as I talked about when we were talking about the 6th house in Capricorn. Setting up those energetic boundaries, that way people are not taking advantage of your energy or draining your energy as well, okay? Let's see what else is going on. So for career, you said you're not sure what to do with your career. We're going to look at 2 places here. We're going to look at your Aries MC, then we're going to look at your 10th house ruler and whole sign. So with your Aries MC, it's actually Mars in Virgo, so doing something within finances. This can be establishing your worth and value. Perhaps maybe you could be an artist, a singer, a musician, something that has to do with your speech. You know, that could be something. But I will say this can also be being of service to other people. This can also mean working in wellness or healthcare as well. Oh, you can even be your own entrepreneur with the second house placement for Mars. Now with Taurus in your 10th house, with that being 3 places from itself, self-effort would be required. That's another indicator of working in wellness, healthcare, really helping other people per se. You could even do spiritual work too. We also want to look to Saturn since it's the natural significator of career, and with that being in the 12th house as well, you could have a final vision of, oops, let me get that back. Boop. All right, there we go. You could have some sort of vision of what it is that you want to do, but you don't know how to conceptualize it. And so it's really important to develop that connection with the universe. That way you can get more information as to what it is that you want to do. Now, with that being in Cancer, Saturn being in Cancer and your moon being in Taurus, it's 11 places from itself. So I'm pretty sure that you're being guided towards what you're meant to do. And you'll definitely figure it out, though, because you're destined to be in the public eye and you're destined to be focused on, you know, the masses. So I feel like it's going to find you. So don't stress out about it too much because you're naturally moving towards it, all right? But that's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. Thank you. All right. So that's how the readings go. All right, so if you want one, it's going to be $15 today. I see that Mary is next. And thank you for sending your birth information as well. Thank you so much. Of course. Of course, of course, of course. Let's see here. And right now you're about to turn 19, Rosa, by the way. So you're not meant to have everything figured out. I know myself, I can't sit here and be like, oh my God, you know. I have Virgo placements as well. And I know that for me, I start thinking about like, what am I going to do with my life? What is, you know, what's that going to look like? Everything is going to come in due time, all right? Let's see here. Can I purchase a sidereal chart reading? Absolutely. It's still going to be $15. Nothing changed. But yep, I could do a sidereal for you. Thanks for doing a reading for me. No problem, but I don't remember, like, have I done a reading for you in the past? Because I didn't do one today for you. But Mary's up next. Is Mary here? Let's see. Oh, never mind. That is Mary. Hi, Mary. I just finally read your thing. That's me. Yep, I got it. How you doing? Let's see. Brazil, Indiana. Oh, let's see. Brazil. And where do we sign up? So all you have to do is send Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. Just send $15 to one of those. The name is synonymous, TRZO LLC, throughout all the platforms. And just include your birth time, date, and location. That's it. That's it. All right. Let's see here. 9 to do. And... oh, I need a time of birth. Do you know your time of birth, Mary, for your birth chart? While we wait for that, let's see. Thank you. All right. Let's say hello to Mary. Hi, Mary. Hi, Mary. All right, let's see here. So we have a Taurus ascendant. Oh, you guys are going through it right now. You got everything in your first house. God bless you. All right, look at that star. Y'all see the star? Shine bright, shine far. Don't be shy, be a star. Where you live, where you are, shout it out, be a star. Okay, that's it. All right, let's see down here. Do you have any critical degrees? Let's see over here first. I'm not seeing any critical degrees over here. Let's see over here. Do you have any critical degrees? Mercury 17 Virgo. That's a critical degree, and I think that's only it. So, wow, today everyone only has like one critical degree. Look at you guys. All right. So in this lifetime, you're really meant to focus on your worth, your value, establishing the two, as well as building up material security for yourself, giving back to yourself through self-replenishment, and really focusing on natural gifts and talents, even giving back to your immediate family as well. Now, with your first house ruler being in the 4th house, major focus is also going to be on home and family, processing your feelings and your emotions, listening to your intuition, as well as channeling your authenticity. Who are you truly? Who are you to your core? Confidence is going to be needed here. It's actually where you shine. Okay. Now, with Venus in the 4th house, I'm not going to lie. It's one of those placements where you put on a great face for the public, but then behind the scenes, it's usually a little messy. So definitely watch out for that energy, especially with Mars here, okay? With Mars, be sure that we're facing our emotions head on and not bottling them up. That can lead to violent outbursts and lashing out. We wouldn't want that now, would we? Okay? But moving on to the 2nd house here, we do have Chiron in the North Node in Gemini. First and foremost, you could be the jack of all trades, master of none, but hey, you'll always do it better than the master of one. All right? Just be sure here that we are setting up multiple sources of income from ourselves that actually may be most beneficial to you. With North Node in the 2nd house, major focus is on establishing that your worth and your value, as well as building up that material security. So really, I meant to tell you, with North Node in the 2nd house, you may feel like the universe is testing you quite a bit, like your patience especially. So ask yourself when enough is enough. That's it. But with Chiron in the 2nd house, there are wounds around people spreading misinformation or gossip about you. Perhaps maybe you may feel as though that people are trying to push you in one direction or trying to niche you or box you in. But in reality, it's kind of just like you are better at doing multiple things. It is really important that first and foremost, you find an outlet that gets those words out, those opinions, those thoughts through writing, journaling, speaking, whatever that may look like for you. But also really ask yourself when enough is enough, as I said before. That will help you to not only heal yourself, but potentially help to heal other people as well. Okay? And when you heal yourself, this can actually help you within your career status, I can see in life's work too. Effortless opportunity here. Okay? It can actually help you to find a meaning of life too. Moving on to your 3rd house in Cancer, you definitely benefit from speaking out how you feel to people that you feel comfortable with. Nothing here, nothing major to focus on, but your 3rd house ruler is actually in Pisces, so it's 9 places from itself. So I would say that your communication, developing your skills can help you to find a philosophy, a belief system, a meaning of life. It can help you to also expand in life as well. Definitely pay attention to your ideas because they can be quite innovative and progress society forward, okay? Jumping back to that 2nd house, because your 2nd house ruler is actually 4 places from itself. So your worth, your value, your immediate family even too can bring you a lot of bliss and fulfillment here, just as long as you express yourself, okay? Moving on to that 4th house, we talked a little bit about Venus and Mars before, but with Leo, your 4th house ruler is actually 2 places from itself, with it being in Virgo. Now, I will say definitely watch for self-criticism and criticizing others as well, but I will say here that your confidence and building up your confidence to express your emotions will get better over a span of time. Okay? Moving on to Virgo in the 5th house, Mercury in Virgo is definitely at home here. That actually could be your planetary dispositor. That and Jupiter in Sagittarius. But let's see here. Let's test it out. Okay, so we have Moon in Pisces. Then that is ruled by Jupiter traditionally. That's Jupiter in Sag. We have Pluto in Libra. That's ruled by Venus. Venus in Leo. Sun in Virgo. And then Mercury in Virgo. So that's 1-1. Gemini North Node. Mercury in Virgo. That's 2. We have Chiron in Gemini. Mercury in Virgo, that's 3. We have Venus in Leo, Sun in Virgo, that's 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Pluto in Libra, that's 5. Saturn in Scorpio. So Mercury in Virgo is actually your planetary dispositor. So Mercury in Virgo has a lot of weight in your chart here. So don't be afraid to express yourself and speak what you feel, or speak, just express your thoughts, express, what's going on in your mind and share your opinion. Okay. Cause Mercury here holds a lot of weight in your chart, but just watch for, as I said, criticism of others and yourself as well too. That's actually a major focus, is to build up that confidence and to express yourself, but don't overthink having fun and going on adventures and focusing on love and romance as well. Okay, let's see what else is going on here. Okay, so your 6th house in Libra, you only have Pluto here, nothing bad, nothing major, but I will say with Pluto being in the 6th house, I don't know who instilled in you early on that you need to be overproductive and do all these things just to get recognized for the things that you've done, or just so that somebody could be like, wow, you put in all this much work. You need to let that go, because you don't need to be overproductive to the point of burnout in order to get recognition from other people. That is when you step into your power. Also focusing on relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts can help you to stand in your power in your day-to-day, just as long as you don't over-obsess with it as well, okay? 6th house ruler is 11 places from itself, with it being in Leo, all right? So a lot of gains and rewards can come from your day-to-day, and it can also come from you stepping in your power as well. Moving on to your 7th house, we have Saturn here. So Saturn represents karmic lessons in regards to relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts. Be sure that we're not over-obsessing over them. Another indicator here with Saturn being in the 7th house. All right. But with Saturn here, this can bring delays to relationships, delays to business or business dealings. But I will say with business, on the business perspective, it actually gets better with time because Saturn does favorable in the 7th house. But it can also represent karmic relationships. But after your Saturn return, in which you've already went through your Saturn return, it can actually represent a long-term connection coming in for you, just as long as you don't over-obsess with it too. You may attract a partnership that's actually quite powerful for you. Could be transformative, but it's transforming you for the better evolution-wise. To answer your question about Pluto in the 6th, your mom. Gotcha. Let's see here. Now, your 7th house ruler, I'm going by traditional is because that's how it's going to personally affect you. But I'm also going to read the Pluto placement as well. So with your 7th house ruler being 10 places from itself, this means that there's a lot of karma in regards to relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, but you're going to overcome this karma. So you're paying off some karmic debts there. Second ruler is 12 places from itself. That's the karma. Okay. So that's why you're paying off some karma there as well. Could be hidden enemies that come through from relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection. Definitely watch out for that as well, all right? And moving on to Sagittarius, in your 8th house, you got Jupiter and Uranus and Neptune. Wow, we have the same energetic lineup in our 8th house. How's it going for you? Because it's more expansive since Sagittarius is ruling over your 8th house. With your 8th house ruler being in the 8th house, it's actually going to be a positive result for you. It's kind of like negative plus negative equals a positive. But I will say a lot of transformation that you're going through, a lot of transformative experiences, some of which can come sudden. So it's really important that you're prioritizing your healing journey, going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life, and making peace with your past, letting go of what no longer serves you, letting go of what no longer is in alignment, which in turn puts you in alignment with your dharmic path. Now, I will say here that with their healing journey is going to come a lot of wisdom. You're meant to share your story, your experience, your wisdom with other people as well. Okay, so don't be afraid to share that and with other people. With Neptune being there, you definitely may yearn for a connection that's intimate and vulnerable, something that may have the depth, but just be sure that we are not being too delusional and too confused as to what it takes to actually deal with the reality of what a relationship can bring. Remember, it's 2nd from the 7th, so it's going to show the realities of what a relationship is. Okay, let's see. 9th house Capricorn, nothing major here. Just be sure that we are really getting to know a belief system, a philosophy, a meaning of life before we indulge in it as well, or really just get into a certain belief system as well. With Capricorn, it could be quite karmic, so just be sure that we're taking our time with it, okay? Now, with your 9th house ruler being 11 places from itself in Scorpio, a lot of gains and rewards can definitely come here. A lot of fortunate energy manifesting for you in this lifetime as well. With your Aquarius MC in your 10th house, you're destined to do something that's quite original, something that's outside the box, something that few people know how to do. Perhaps maybe you're the first on how to do it. All right, pay attention to your ideas. They could be quite innovative and help the world to make the world a better place and really progress society forward. And also with your 10th house ruler being 10 places from itself, it's actually the Pavat Pavam per se. So I will say here, it's really important, or sorry, not the Pavat, well, it's the Pavat Pavam of the 10th house since it's 10th from the 10th. A lot of karma that's going to be dealt with in the career, status, legacy, and life's work. Just be sure here, because this can come through other people. Be sure that you know that you have the energy to overcome it. It's going to be slow coming. That's the one thing that it's like, I know, but it's going to be a slow process there. But you have the energy to overcome it, all right? Now, with your moon in Pisces in the 11th house, a lot of emotional support around you, friends, groups, networks, and organizations. Be sure not to escape executing any future endeavors, because your future is going to be of major focus for you. It's what brings you emotional fulfillment. Also establishing some sort of connection with the universe and establishing some sort of trust with the unknown, focusing on spiritual development. That also gives you emotional fulfillment. So finding friends that definitely align with those spiritual beliefs of yours will give you emotional fulfillment. With your 11th house ruler being, let's see, 10 places from itself, this can actually also come with karma. So karmic friendships, groups, networks, and organizations. Your future could even be karmic, but you have the energy to overcome it as well. All right, moving on. Oh, also, your moon is at the apex of a major yod here. So the yods are basically the finger of God. They're a specific purpose that's going to manifest within your life when it is activated. Naturally, your yod is activated, but you have to pay attention to Virgo transits or aspects. Late Virgo degrees, early Libra degrees can also activate this yod for you. So paying attention to when we have transits through Virgo and Libra will definitely activate that yod. When that yod is activated, pay attention to what's going on in your friends, groups, networks, and organizations. Even your future will definitely start to manifest for yourself here too. All right. Also, we see another yod here with the ascendant, same gig here. Paying attention to Scorpio and Sagittarius too, because that can activate that yod. When that yod is activated, I will say the South Node did activate it for the last year and a half. But paying attention to any transits when we have here, paying attention to yourself, your identity, your independence during that time will reveal a specific purpose, okay? Let's see. Did you say 3 yods? Am I seeing a third one? Hold on. 1, 2... I don't see a third one. Maybe you guys can help me out to see that third one because I'm not seeing it. Oh, I do see it right here. 3. Thank you so much. So with Saturn and Pluto actually being the apex of that third yod there, paying attention to Aries and Taurus degrees can activate that for you. When that's activated, pay attention to not only relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts, but your day-to-day, your mundane responsibilities, as well as your daily operations, work schedule routine around personal development and physical health. All right. Let's see what else here. Okay. Last but not least, 12th house Aries. Not the easiest placement to have here, but you don't have any placements here, luckily. But I will say with Aries in the 12th house, there's a lot of energy towards establishing some sort of connection with the universe, trusting in the unknown, focusing on spiritual development. Just be sure not to rush through your spiritual development journey and rushing to establish a connection with the universe. Okay, this can really lead to psychological undoing, okay? Excuse me. Let's see here. Now, your 12th house ruler is 5 places from itself, so this can actually bring in quite an audience here. If you want to invest in a spirituality, do something within spiritual work, that can actually attract an audience for you. You could definitely be a teacher to this degree here. All right, but that's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. Just be sure here with conflict disputes here, because we do have Neptune at the apex of a major triangle of tension, as I like to call it. Okay, tapping into your worth, your value, building up material security for yourself, giving back to yourself through self-replenishment will help you to alleviate any inner conflict and tension that you may have, all right? Thank you. Okay. There's a lot to yods. In short, they're a fated aspect pattern that revolves around a specific purpose. Absolutely. You know, it does reveal it's a specific purpose that you may not know that you fulfilled unless, you know, so that's why I'm like, if you do have yods, paying attention to when it's activated and paying attention to that area of life when it is activated. That's why if you do have yods, I try to pay attention to like when it's activated or, you know, what's being activated at that specific time. If you have it activated naturally, this can happen whenever. Is it rare? Some people say that it is rare to have it, but I've seen a lot of people have yods, so I don't think it is rare, you know? They usually demand something very hard out of you. Oh my god, if that's the case, because Saturn's at the apex of my yod. I have 2 yods, one that points to my ascendant, one that points to my Saturn in the 10th house. And my god, has it been a challenge learning myself and really getting, moving forward in my career. Okay, let's see here. Saturn is the apex of mine too. How is it manifesting for you? Definitely let me know. And what house is it manifesting into for you? All right, let's see who is next. All right, we have, okay, so I got quite a few here. So if I read your name, I got your Cash App. I got Maria, I got Cecilia, I got Naya, and then I got Lauren, okay? So I got yours. It's in the 2nd house. Ooh, come on, worth and value, material security. I see you. Send PayPal, gotcha. Yep, Cecilia, I got yours. And Mary, I already did you. So we're up to Maria. I'm broke, T, and I have no idea what I'm doing for my career. Well, Saturn in the 2nd, I see this a lot. It's really, you have to learn your worth and value and really tap into when the universe is testing your patience. You have to ask yourself when enough is enough, because once you master this, that's when things change for you. I send Cash App. Did you send it? Did I read your name? Because I got Maria, I got Naya, and Lauren through Cash App. So if you sent Cash App, I probably just didn't get it quite yet. Let's see. Yeah, no, I didn't get any other Cash. Oh, Maria. Okay, cool. So you're all good. You're all good. You're up right now. I got Maria, so you're up right now. All right. Let's see. I'm definitely feeling all those placements in the 12th house Aries this past month. Oh my God. I bet. But it's actually going to get better in about 6 days. You know, so 6 days, Jupiter's moving into your 1st house. So you're going to have some relief. It's going to be a busy time for you too. Oh yeah, well, I'm very impatient and not too nice to myself. So I guess I got a lot to learn there. You got to be nice to yourself and give back to yourself through self-replenishment. Okay. Let's see here. All right. So Maria. Let's see. Karuna? Locker. Maria, where were you born? Because it's not popping up here. Maybe I'm spelling it wrong. Maybe I'm spelling it incorrect. Spain. Thank y'all. Okay, let me Google this actually. Okay. Karuna. Oh, got it. Cool. There we go. It may show us up. Yep, I got it. Yeah, it showed up as that as well. Okay, May 22nd. Oh, you have a birthday coming up. Happy almost birthday. Do you have anything planned for your birthday? Let's see here. And 7:35. Let's see. All right, let's say hello to Maria. Hi, Maria. Hi, Maria. Oh, let me change this. This is a little crooked. All right. You have no plans. Oh, no. Okay, so you want to focus on career and love? All right, we could definitely do that for you. Mars is about to leave Cancer soon, thank God, because it's been in my first house, which will be nice because I'm a Cancer rising. Me too! Oh my God, wow, we have a lot in common. Ooh, kite pattern. All right, let's see if you have any critical degrees. Yes, you do have critical degrees. Uranus 8 Scorpio critical degree. And let's see over here. Ooh, your MC sitting right on top of my Jupiter. And let's say over here, do you have any critical degrees? No, I don't know what's going on today. Everybody's only coming with the one critical degree. Nothing bad, nothing major, you know. All right, so do you just want to focus on love and career, or do you want the whole reading as well, and then I'm just putting the emphasis on love and career? Let's see here. Speaking of which, let me check the polls before I get into it. So we have Aries, Libra, 1429, Taurus, Scorpio, 25. Yes! Gemini, Sagittarius, 2143, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, and Aquarius, 1786, Virgo, Pisces, 357. Okay, entire thing. All right, here we go. So in this lifetime, you're really meant to focus on being witty, lighthearted, really becoming curious of mundane knowledge. Siblings, cousins, your immediate environment could also be applicable themes for you here. With your sun in the first house, very strong personality. Just watch for the egoic energy that can come up from time to time, especially within Gemini. It is the lower octave of Leo. Okay, with Jupiter here, it is going to expand on that personality. It's going to give you that larger than life persona, but you come with a lot of wisdom and a lot of experience, could be from past lives too. Any action that you take, just be sure to apply your morals, your wisdom, okay, because this can actually help towards career, status, legacy, and life's work for you. You do have a grand trine within your first, your fifth, and your ninth house, which means that you're in alignment with your dharmic path. Also, it is activated natally, so you're doing great things. You're doing great things. All right, with your first house ruler being in your 12th house, major focus is going to be on your subconscious, establishing some sort of connection with the universe, as well as focusing on spiritual development, okay? Could be a karmic life for you here. Just be sure to watch out for the mental gymnastics, the mind games as well, but you do have a very chatty subconscious, so just be sure to listen to your subconscious through your dreams. That way you get messages that'll help you, specifically within your day-to-day, your mundane responsibilities, as well as daily operations as well. Okay, let's see here. And this can also potentially help you towards your career, status, legacy, life's work, and finding a belief system, a certain philosophy, a meaning of life for you too. All right? Moving on to Cancer, Moon in Cancer actually may be your planetary dispositor. Let's just be sure. All right, so we have Venus, Aries, Mars, Aries, that's one. Chiron, Taurus, Venus, no, okay, so I think it may be Mars and Aries for you. So you have two planetary dispositors, but Mars and Aries may hold more power to that degree. Okay, let's see, yep. But with Moon and Cancer, very intuitive placement here, but money can definitely come and go quite easily, so watch the spending. But I will say that really establishing your worth and value through something that emotionally resonates with you will definitely be more favorable here. But emotional fulfillment does come with establishing your worth and value, building up your material security for yourself, and giving back to yourself through self-replenishment. So what does that mean? Self-care, okay? Emotional fulfillment can also come through home, family, your mother figure as well, processing your feelings and your emotions, and also listening to your intuition. intuition, channeling your authenticity. Who are you truly? Who are you to the core? All right. There is a little bit of conflict with your 11th house and your 2nd house. Anytime when I see that, this could be conflict in regards to resources for your future. You have a lot of ideas to manifest towards your future endeavors, and I'm going to get to that with Saturn in a second, but you may feel as though that you don't have the correct resources to get to that next step, or to, make those dreams a tangible reality for yourself. You have all that you need to get to the next level. Okay, so anything that is within your immediate environment right now, that can help you to get to that next step. Okay. There's 2 people back to back with Mars conjunct Venus. Maybe I didn't know. Oh yeah, no, that's right. Because the other reading that I did had Mars and Venus and Leo. Let's see here. Let's see. Did I do Cancer? Okay, so Saturn and Leo. A lot of ideas here. With Saturn, it's getting better with over a span of time. You shine with communication, developing your skills. Could be the jack of all trades, master of none, and you can even do it better than the master of one. This is also going to help towards career status, legacy, and life's work, but there needs to be a balance if in the case that you're sharing information with other people. Is because you need to back it up with experience or anything that validates the information that you are sharing with other people as well, okay? But I will say favorable energy towards ideas that you can use to manifest your dreams to make them a tangible reality. But I will say here, you need to be sure that we're paying attention and not rushing through executing any future endeavors just because the ideas, oh, this is all great, but you need to be practical in that as well, okay? And as I said, it's getting better with time. Saturn's going to need a bit more work here because it is in detriment in the sign of Leo. But I will say that watch for gossiping or spreading misinformation because this could be quite karmic for you. All right, in Virgo, we have 4th house, nothing major here. Just be sure to not over intellectualize your emotions, but feel them through. With your 4th house ruler being, let's see, it is 9 places from itself. This can actually be quite expansive. Once you process your feelings and your emotions, this can actually be a sense of helping you to find your own meaning of life. Now, with the 3rd house ruler, by the way, being 11 places from itself, a lot of gains can actually come through communication, developing your skills and ideas as well. Okay, pay attention to your mindset. Could be a pessimistic mindset with with Saturn being there. I want a pointer. I'm going to use a pen. I do want a pointer. I want to feel like a little teacher here. All right, let's see what else is going on. Okay, so now we have the 5th house in Libra. We have Pluto. We have the North Node here too. Other people definitely like to have fun with you. You like to have fun with other people. Nothing too bad with that. Just be sure not to have too much fun with that Pluto placement here. It could be quite transformative, okay? And be sure that we're not over obsessing over fun, adventure, our confidence, or expressing ourselves as well. All right, now with the North Node here, you're destined to build up your confidence, to express yourself, to shine your light, to have fun, going on adventures, focusing on love and romance. Children can also be a big part of your journey here too. Now, with your 5th house ruler actually being 7 places from itself, there's a desire to focus on the future and to be confident in all future endeavors. So really focusing on building up that confidence and not dimming your light because of other people's projection. This is what's going to help you to step into your power, okay? And it's also going to help you within your future as well. All right, moving on to Scorpio in your 6th house. You do have Uranus here. Definitely may change jobs sometimes, but you require a lot of freedom within your day-to-day. Same gig here. Okay, paying attention to your ideas because they can help you to manifest any future endeavors that you may have for yourself. Spiritual development and physical development or personal development will definitely need a balance between the two. Setting up those energetic boundaries in your day-to-day will definitely help you out here, okay? That way people don't take advantage of your energy or drain your energy as well. All right, but with Scorpio being in your 6th house, be sure that we're not over-obsessing over any day-to-day activities or mundane responsibilities. With your 6th house ruler being 6 places from itself, there could be a lot of conflicts, issues, and disputes that may come up. Ooh, I hear sirens here. So you really need to focus right now on your day-to-day, okay? There could be something that's trying to get your attention, but you may not be so conscious about it right now. Be sure to also not to over-obsess over something if in the case that you may be over-obsessing over something or you keep overthinking something as well too. All right? Now, I will say that there is some conflict in regards to your career status, legacy, life's work, trying to find the meaning of life as well. I also see that Taurus and Scorpios intercepted. Ooh, great observation too. Points for you. Points for you. But I will say here, because Uranus, anything that happens on a collective scale, you may feel that. That's when that Uranus starts coming in. So innovative energy, inventive energy. Watch for chaotic tendencies in your day-to-day when this is activated. Right now, it could be activated because Uranus is in Taurus. It's throwing that 7th aspect on Uranus. So just watch out for chaotic tendencies in your day-to-day as well. All right. Let's see here. With Sagittarius in your 7th house in a past life, or even early on in this lifetime too, major focus could have been on finding the belief system, your philosophy and meaning of life, and expanding on these themes. In this lifetime, that's really going to manifest with relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts. Now, with Neptune here, you definitely may yearn for a relationship, but you may not know how to approach it in a realistic sense, because Neptune's all about confusion, the delusion, the illusions as well. So let's be sure here that we are facing our relationships in a more realistic approach. With your 7th house ruler actually being 7 places from itself, that's the desire. But you're definitely going to experience a lot of people coming in. An influx of people could be the chatty Cathys there. They're going to teach you a lot about yourself, okay? But be sure that you have the relationship with yourself. That way that can prepare you for having a relationship moving forward, okay? Now, I will say also with Neptune in Sag, establishing some sort of connection with the universe can actually help you within relationships, partnerships, and interpersonal connection as well. All right. With your 8th house in Capricorn, there's nothing major there, but just be sure to watch out for controlling issues or trying to micromanage things that are outside of your control too. Can indicate a long life, can definitely indicate longevity too. Just be sure, as I said, to watch out for those controlling issues too. Jacqueline, it's actually through my PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. You just send $15 alongside your birth information, time, date, location. We're going to add you to the queue. All right. So with Aquarius in your 9th house here. Oh, also your 8th house ruler is actually 8 places from itself. A lot of transformative energy here. A lot of powerful energy too, but you need to prioritize your healing journey. I see Michael's here. Hey, Michael, how you doing? All right. So moving on to that 9th house here. We do have Aquarius there, same gig, with Saturn being 7 places from itself. So a natural desire to communicate and speak on your belief systems or really get other perspectives there too. But with your MC being here, you could do something that's quite original, something that not many people know how to do. Perhaps maybe you're the first to how to do it too. But just be sure here that we are really tapping into what our own personal meaning of life and really staying open-minded to hear other people's perspectives. Hey, it may even help you out there too. Moving on to Pisces in your 10th house. Nothing major there. I don't know why my computer always shuts off after a while. I'm going to change that in just a second. But with Pisces being in your 10th house, you would benefit from having some sort of connection with the universe here, because you are definitely being guided towards your career or your profession, okay? Speaking of which, I know that you wanted to focus more on career and love. With Jupiter, where's Jupiter? Jupiter is actually 4 places from itself. So your career status, legacy, and life's work can actually bring you a lot of bliss and fulfillment. It can also be that you're helping other people, that you're definitely aiding other people on their journey, helping them to heal to some degree, helping them to reflect. This can also mean that your career has a lot to do with yourself, your self-ambitions and your goals, and really taking action towards what it is that you want, okay? Now, I also will say, as I said, establishing a connection, focusing on spiritual development will actually aid you within your career as well. Watch for any hidden enemies, any karmic dealings as well. That can definitely pop up too. All right. Now with Aries in your 11th house, we have Mars and we have Venus here. Now Mars is the ruler of Aries, 11th house ruler in the 11th house. A lot of gains and rewards around friends, groups, networks, organizations, and the execution of your future endeavors. Just be sure not to rush to execute any future endeavors for yourself or rushing in or out of friendships, groups, network circles as well. With Venus here, you definitely will have other people to help you out, give you resources to grow your future endeavors or to really execute them too here. Let's see, I thought Pisces was ruling the 11th house. No, that's in Placidus, okay? We're looking at whole sign here. So whole sign, that's the 10th. And then Aries would be the 11th. But let's see, with Venus here, other people definitely want to help you out in regards to relationships. You do require somebody who's going to match your energy. Somebody who is very fixated on their future. Could be somebody who's quite unconventional. All right, but watch for impulsivity and spontaneity, rushing into a relationship and rushing out of a relationships. You know, let's see, you do whole signs? No, I do both, but today I'm just doing whole sign just for the convenience of it. But I will say with Venus and Aries, as I said, watch out for rushing through your rushing through your endeavors for the future. Also, you may find yourself in leadership positions and other people definitely may like this for you. All right. With Mars being in the 11th house, you could be the leader of your friend group as well. And then last but not least, we have Taurus in your 12th house here. So I will say with Taurus in the 12th house, it does require a lot of patience to develop your connection with the universe, but traveling to foreign lands can actually help you to develop yourself spiritually too. You have Mercury, as I said earlier, be sure to watch out for the mind games, mental gymnastics. And with Chiron here, really asking the universe questions or proceeding with caution to trust with the unknown, because perhaps hidden enemies or trusting the unknown could have contributed to your wounds, which affected your worth and value. So just proceeding lightly, all right? And definitely, asking, as I said, asking the universe questions and developing that connection with the universe will help you to not only heal yourself, but can potentially help other people to heal themselves, okay? There is the natural balance, so make sure that we're being practical within our spiritual journey as well. With your 12th house ruler being 12 places from itself, it is important to watch for those hidden enemies, those karmic dealings as well. So setting up those energetic boundaries will definitely help you out there too. A lot of subconscious work will definitely be needed for you here, since it is 12 places from itself. A lot of it is hidden, but it will definitely come to the surface at some point. So just be sure that you are paying attention to your subconscious, all right? That's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. Thank you. Okay. I apologize here. If in the case that I do interrupt readings, because I tend to get distracted when I'm looking at questions, because I'm thinking that if I'm doing the reading for you, I'm thinking that it's you asking the questions. So if in the case that you do have any questions and I'm not doing the reading, feel free to wait until the end of the reading. Now, I understand that somebody said that they didn't know how to book. For those that, you know, if you're just getting a reading or you're just watching and you see that I'm doing the reading, just be sure to guide them to my payment information, TRZO LLC, if you guys can see the sticker. If not, scroll all the way up. The information's up there as well. The name is synonymous through all three platforms. Payment is $15. Just be sure that you're including your birth information, time, date, location, okay? Let's see. Mercury conjunct Chiron telling me early life that they were probably shut down a lot when speaking. Let's see here. Mercury conjunct Chiron. They could have been shut down. Yeah, definitely. I see that too. Could have been from their immediate family, with that being in Taurus too. Are you an astrologer? I definitely want your opinion, because you're making some really good observations today. Let's see who's next. All right. So I have Cecilia's up next. Somebody just said that they sent a Cash App, but I don't see it yet. Let's see. Okay. Yep. I got it. I got Kelly Shanta. All right. Let's see. Is Cecilia here? Cecilia is up next. Oh, do I have another one? Oh, no, that's it. Okay. Cecilia's up next. Is Cecilia here? Cecilia is here. Great. And you said that you wanted the sidereal reading, didn't ya? Don't ya? Let's see. I just sent through PayPal. That was Jacqueline. Let's see. Jacqueline, I did not. Oh, let me reload it. It may come across. Yes, you were so right. Afraid of speaking. Yeah, look at you. Look, George. I'm going to give you some points there. Look at you. I haven't. I will now. Gotcha. Wait. I got a lot of stuff from talking to professional astrologers and reading astrology-based books. Gotcha. Very smart. Very smart. I'm looking good into astrology for you. Always looking amazing. Eating the scarf looks. Thank you. Thank you. Tell your friends. All right. Let's see here. I need Cecilia's and... Okay, gotcha. And boop, 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 boop. And... All right, everyone. Let's say hello to Cecilia. Hi, Cecilia. Hi, Cecilia. All right, let's see what's going on here. Your 12th house placements are so brutal. I feel bad for you. Yeah, no, anytime when I see like Mercury in the 12th house, this can mean that people tend to like try to mentally manipulate. So definitely watch out for that. Chiron in the 12th is definitely a hard placement too, especially in Taurus. All right, so let's see here. Ooh, another Taurus ascendant. All right. Oh, sorry, you wanted sidereal. So let's flip it to sidereal. Of course, if you're using sidereal, this is based off of Fagan Bradley and not Lahiri, okay? Come on, Aries ascendant. I got a tropical reading from you, and now I'm getting the sidereal. Ooh, let's see if you have any critical degrees. All right, Uranus for Sagittarius, critical degree. We have, what else is going on here? Nothing over here. What about over here? All right, Venus 29 Virgo, critical degree. And, excuse me, that's it. Yeah, no, guys, today we're doing good with the critical degrees. Nothing bad, nothing major. All right, in this lifetime, you're really meant to focus on yourself, your identity, your independence, really taking action towards your life's direction, as well as giving back to yourself through self-nourishment. With your chart ruler being in the 12th house, this is a karmic life for you here. Major focus is going to be on that subconscious, as well as your spiritual development, spiritual liberation, establishing a connection with the universe, as well as trusting in the unknown as well. It is really important here that we are not rushing through our healing journey. This can lead to psychological undoing, okay, with Mars in Pisces. It is throwing that square to your second house here, though it may be, it's in your 11th house in Placidus, so you may feel as though that when you're trying to execute any future endeavors that you may not have the resources. Be sure that you know that you have all the resources that you have now to get you to that next level, okay? But with it being in the 12th house and affecting that Chiron placement, just be sure not to rush through healing from your wounds in the past. A lot of people could have gossiped about you, spread misinformation about you. That definitely could have left a wound around your worth and value as well. Oh, sorry, this is actually in the 3rd house. So I will say here, be sure here that we're not spreading any misinformation or gossip, because that could have happened to you. Now, but if in the case that happens, this can actually come around full circle and affect your wounds here too. But I will say that once you learn not to rush through your healing journey, this can actually help to alleviate any inner conflict and tension. But since your Mars placement is at the apex of a T-square here, it is really important that we're tapping in to your day-to-day, that you're tapping into mundane responsibilities and your personal development journey. This will help you to alleviate any inner conflicts and wounds that you may have for yourself as well too. All right, but moving on to your Jupiter in Taurus. Watch for frivolous spending here, okay? It is really important with Jupiter here, because Jupiter can tend to help you to spend frivolous, and a lot of your money can definitely come from career, status, legacy, and life's work as well. But with Jupiter in Taurus, this could actually be an expansion on your worth and value, as well as your material security for yourself. Now, with your 2nd house ruler being in Virgo, it is actually 5 places from itself, so you can definitely attract an audience from yourself, build some confidence here, and best express yourself when you're in a good financial state. But sometimes there can be the tendency to self-splurge or to overindulge, so definitely watch out for those themes as well. But definitely, I will say, with Venus being here, definitely learn to discern when to spend on, okay? Moving on, let's see here. Yeah, you're definitely going to be misunderstood a lot. That Chiron gives healing opportunities in the area of making yourself known, so that's not all that bad. All right, let's see here. Gemini 3rd house, as we talked about with Chiron. Ooh, it's also going to be really important that if you're sharing information with other people, do back it up with experience. That's going to help you to establish the balance between the two here. You have a lot of wisdom that you're meant to share and speak out with other people. Don't be afraid of sharing that information. Just watch for spreading any gossip or misinformation, as I said early on. That can lead to more wounds for you. All right, let's see what else is going on here. A lot of oppositions to like Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune here. With the opposition to Saturn, that's why I said watch for spreading this information. It could be karmic for you, and this can come suddenly since it's in the conjunction with Neptune here. This can actually be spiritual information that you're sharing with other people, but just be sure that you are finding your own meaning of life and definitely tapping into figuring out your own belief system or philosophy, because this can actually help you to share more information with other people based off of the things that have helped you out too. Also, remember to keep an open mind when you're spreading this information to other people too. Let's see here. The older I get, the more I love myself. I consider myself special. You are special. Let's see. With Cancer being in your 4th house, nothing major here going on. Just be sure to, you may yearn for a sense of belonging here with the moon ruling over your 4th house. Be sure to find a place of belonging within yourself. Listen to your intuition. I cannot stress that enough. But also don't over-intellectualize your emotions. Why do I say that? Is because your moon is in Aquarius. It's 8 places from itself. Your emotions and processing your feelings too can actually be quite transformative, but it's definitely helping you on your evolution journey. It's actually helping you to stand in your power, and it's putting you in alignment with your, it's putting you in alignment with your dharmic path, the path that you're meant to be on too. Okay, so don't be afraid to really go below the surface to heal yourself emotionally too. All right, let's see. Yeah, you are special, and that's such a good sign that you feel this way about yourself. Oh, look at the connections. Yay! I love that. That makes me happy. All right, Leo, 5th house, also nothing major happening here too. Definitely building up your confidence and expressing yourself, shining your light, and not dimming it because of other people's perceptions will definitely help you here and to shine your light the most. Now, with Leo being 4 places from itself, the ruler of Leo, your ruler of the 5th house being in the 8th house, sometimes expressing yourself may feel intense, may feel transformative once you learn how to manage how to step in your power and really not dim your light because of other people's projection. That can can help you to stand in your power here. Also, a lot of intimacy and vulnerability. I'm not gonna lie to you. All right. Let's see here. What else is going on? Nothing major with well, I will say, well, Venus is here in the 6th house. Could be a picky patty energy. Hey, you know what you want. I'm not mad about it. But it is really important that we're not overly giving your energy or being of service to other people to your detriment, okay? It's going to be a major, major important for you here. I don't know if you're diabetic, so definitely watch for your intakes of sweets if in the case that you are, okay? With your 6th house ruler being 2 places from itself in Libra, first and foremost, you would benefit from writing your own contracts with Mercury being in Libra. But I will say that whatever you do within your day-to-day can actually incorporate or influence your income, okay? Let's see here. We do have Libra in the 7th house. Karmic relationships can be activated here. Why? 7th house ruler, 12 places from itself. A lot of issues, conflicts, disputes that can happen. Not saying that relationships can't happen for you, because they can, but it will be quite transformative to get to the relationship that you're meant to be in. But I will say you would benefit from writing your own contracts, definitely writing your own prenup if in the case that you would like to get married. Learning more about yourself through relationships as well can definitely help you out here. Be sure that you have a relationship with yourself, with the opposition being here too. Be sure also not to over obsess over relationships with Pluto being in Libra, because there can be the tendency to want to be in a relationship for the sake of being in a relationship, okay? So just watch out for that as well. All right, did I say everything I wanted to say? Oh, also, being in relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection can not only help your future endeavors, it can also help you. Is that a, nope, never mind. It can only help you. It will definitely help you towards your future endeavors to execute any ideas that you may have. So definitely pay attention to who comes around and what's being said with Mercury here, the information that is exchanged, because it can help you towards your future. All right. I should have said hard placements not bad, because there's nothing inherently bad about my placements or any placements, which is true. But Hellenistic astrology actually holds a different opinion to that, because with Hellenistic astrology, they say that certain placements are bad, whereas certain placements are good. I personally think the same thing. Like, I don't think that there are good or bad placements, because tropical astrology, or modern astrology, I should say, Western astrology, tends to use your psyche in base of astrology, whereas Hellenistic kind of looks at the logic behind it too. All right, moving on to Sun in Scorpio in your 8th house. Major focuses on transformation, your healing journey as well, going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life, making peace with your past is going to be very important here too. All right, now there's nothing else here that's indicative of like, oh, you need to pay attention to this. But with Scorpio, just be sure not to over obsess over your healing journey or your transformation, over obsessing over intimacy and vulnerability and going below the surface for depth. Okay, finding a balance between your worth and value will definitely help you on your healing journey here. Perhaps maybe you may even find your sense of value and worth from healing as well, and through your transformative experiences too. This may even come through luck, because Jupiter is throwing an opposition to your sun. All right, now your 8th house ruler is 5 places from itself. So I will say here that this can actually build up confidence for you, can help you to express yourself, but it can also bring in an audience for you. So you can even help other people to heal by sharing the wisdom that comes from your own healing journey as well too. All right, let's see here. I'd rather find beauty in the uniqueness of somebody else's placements. That is very Venus and Aquarius. Let's see. We do have Sagittarius in the 9th house here. As I said, we do have Uranus, Saturn, and Neptune. I talked a little bit about it when we were talking about that 3rd house with Chiron and Gemini, but I will say that finding a belief system, a philosophy, or a meaning of life may be challenging. It will come with some obstacles and challenges in the beginning, but it will get better over a span of time. Saturn really wants you to master expansion. It wants you to master what the meaning of life means to you. Your beliefs will be tested. I'm not going to lie to you. Right now I have a Saturn in 9th transit and I feel just that. Your beliefs will definitely be tested, but you may change your beliefs suddenly too, if in the case that you feel that your beliefs are no longer helping you or no longer supporting you as well. You may yearn to find the meaning of life, and this is definitely something that's going to happen for you over a span of time, but you remember, you need to go within this area of your life in a more realistic sense. Okay? There is a lot of opposition, so make sure that we are communicating with others to get another perspective, as well as focusing on mundane knowledge. That way we're not getting too lost in the sauce with higher knowledge or higher beliefs as well. There is a lot of conflict and tension, okay, between your spirituality, your spiritual development, and also your belief systems as well. Now, I will say with Saturn and Mars, just be sure that we're not rushing to find a certain belief system or rushing to find a certain philosophy for yourself, because that can actually cause the conflict and tension. But I will say a lot of this can cause a lot of undoing, so just be sure not to rush through that as well. Also with the square here, this is also within that T-square here. So just tapping into your day-to-day, as I said earlier, will help you to alleviate any inner conflict and tension between your communication, developing your skills, your spirituality, spiritual beliefs, as well as establishing that connection with the universe, and your finding the meaning of life too. I just noticed that the Mercury and Pluto in 6th. Mercury and Pluto in 6th. I have that too. Well, it's in 7th in whole sign, but yes, it is in 6th in Placidus too. I actually have Pluto in 6th in whole sign and Placidus. It's a thing. But I will say with Pluto in 6th, anytime I see it, whoever told you that you needed to overwork yourself or work yourself to burn out or be overproductive in order to get the attention of people or in order to make an impact, that's no longer going to support you. Okay? You don't have to put in all this work in order to get the recognition or all this work in order to get somebody to be like, wow, you know, you literally just have to show up as yourself. That is it. And let go of all the bells and whistles that come with that. That's going to help you to establish your power there. All right. Let's see here. Capricorn in the 10th house, you have your MC. Major focuses on career, status, legacy, life's work. You're meant to teach the collective how to put in the work for what it is that they want. That's why your career hasn't probably been easy. But I will say that there is a lot of gains that can come from your career, but making sure that when the opportunities do present itself on the rare occurrence that they do, that you take, that you take the opportunities, okay? You're about to come into a Jupiter return. Right now, Jupiter's at 28 degrees Aries, and it's about to transit into Taurus, okay? So you're about to come into your Jupiter return. It's about to be a very busy time for your career, status, legacy, and life's work, as well as your financial well-being, too. It is really important here that we're watching out for any karmic energy here. Why do I say that within your 10th house? Ruler of the 10th house is 12 places from itself in that 9th house, okay? It is going to be expansive, but it's going to come with that karmic energy. So watch out for hidden enemies, setting up those energetic boundaries. That way nobody's draining your energy or taking advantage of it as well. All right. Now, I will say here, you do have the energy and drive towards your career, status, legacy, and life's work. Just be sure that we're not rushing through any career dealings. Self-effort is required, okay? Let's see what else is going on. And then we have the 11th house North Node and the moon here. As I said before, be sure not to over-intellectualize your emotions with the moon here. You're destined for friends, groups, networks, organizations, and to execute any future endeavors. Pay attention to your ideas. They're quite innovative. They can actually help you to move forward on your, to move forward in the world, to really make the world a better place as well. But because your 11th house ruler is 11 places from itself, it is in its pavam, which means that you're going to get a lot of gains and rewards from just taking advantage of executing your future endeavors as well. A lot of expansion is going to be here too for you. It's going to be better than what you expect it to be. 1222 is on my phone and the computer too. All right. Let's see here. What else is going on too? There's favorable energy, as I said before, paying attention to the information that's spread when you're in a dynamic with somebody or you're just chatting, because this can actually help you towards your, not only your destiny, but your future as well too. All right, let's see what else is going on. And then we have Mars and Pisces in your 12th house, which is the apex of your T-square, and it's also your chart ruler. We already talked a lot about that. But with Pisces being in the 12th house, definitely watch for people that don't have your purest intention at heart. Definitely watch out for any hidden enemies, endings, and loss, because that's where the karmic dealings can definitely come in. But as I said before, not rushing through your healing journey, this can lead to psychological undoing for you. If in the case that you rush to trust in the unknown and then something happens, and, you know, so just watch out for rushing. All right. But that's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. There is favorable energy here between your spiritual development journey and establishing your worth and value. Self-effort, of course, is required, all right? But that's pretty much all I'm seeing. Thank y'all. Wait, that's not all that I'm seeing. I have one more thing before I let you go. We have Venus in Virgo. It's at the apex of a major yod for you here. So really paying attention to Pisces and Aries transits. Well, this is in sidereal. I'm not going to lie to you. This is in sidereal, which means that you may actually have Jupiter in Gemini. So when Jupiter goes into Gemini, that's when it's going to be very favorable for you. But I will say, paying attention to Aries and Pisces in sidereal, which means it's going to be Aries and Taurus for the most part. Paying attention to those transits or aspects that will actually activate your yod for you. So when that yod is activated, paying attention to your day-to-day, your mundane responsibilities, as well as work schedule routine around personal development and physical health, okay? So when that yod is activated, a special purpose definitely may manifest for you. Perhaps maybe it may even get harder for you, as per what George said before. But definitely that's going to be a time where you may be a bit more busier than usual. But that's pretty much all I'm seeing. Thank y'all. All right, let's see. Naya is up next. Is Naya here? We have Naya, Lauren, and then we have Kelly Shanta. Thank you. Of course. Let's see. Naya is here. That's great. Last call for readings, by the way. Last call for readings. Oh my God, I'm so gassy today. I didn't even eat yet. If in the case that you guys want a reading, last call, it is $15, Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. All you have to do is just send that with your birth information as well, and we'll definitely add you to the queue. Okay, so Naya is up, and then we have Lauren on deck. Then we have, let's see. Yep, so we have Naya, then we have Lauren, and then we have Kelly Shanta. And then if anybody else does come in, I'm going to give it like about 2 more minutes. So I'm going to look at the polls, I'm going to look at everything, and then I'm going to reload it, and then we're going to be good to go. All right, let's see. Where are we at on the polls so far? Okay, so Aries, Libra, we have 12-5, Taurus, Scorpio, 17-5, Gemini, Sagittarius, 15, Cancer, Capricorn, 20. Leo and Aquarius is winning? What? 21.95 for Leo and Aquarius, Virgo, Pisces, 12-2. Wow, this may be a first. This may be a first. Leo and Aquarius, they never win. They don't. They won, I think, once, and then every single time they've been at the bottom or like the bottom 2. All right, so let's see. Naya is here. Let me start typing in your information. If in the case that you sent your information and you did not send, if you sent a payment and you didn't send your birth information, send it to my Instagram. Go to the icon in my profile and then send it through the DMs. I'm surprised Virgo Pisces is low. I've seen a lot of Virgo risings in my personal experience. Well, on this personal live, like I get a lot of Virgo and Pisces risings, like when I do the readings, but they just don't vote. I just don't get it. You know, Leo and Aquarius, like, it's weird to see them on top because usually they're at the bottom, as I said, or the bottom 2. Usually it's Aries and Libra, Taurus and Scorpio. They're usually the 2 that usually win all the time. Cancer, Capricorn actually came out of the woodworks yesterday, or not yesterday, 2 days ago. And then Gemini, Sagittarius tried to come in first, but then Taurus and Scorpio was like, I don't know. I only know 1 Leo rising and 1 Aquarius rising. Really? Oh my gosh. I know a ton of Leo risings. Aquarius risings are hit or miss for me. Let's see. If I spread misinformation through my career, it could bring karmic energy. No. But spreading misinformation in general for you can definitely be karmic because Chiron is opposing Saturn. So it doesn't necessarily have to be through career status like I see in life's work. It's just spreading misinformation in general could be karmic since there's the aspect to Saturn. Trev knows the best Leo rising. That's right, Mike. That's right. Oh, Mike is finally here. I'm telling you, every time when I do a Leo rising reading, you're always not here. And I'm like, you guys can chat like schoolgirls because not only do they have the Leo rising, they have the Cap placements, they have Saturn and Pisces. And so I'm like, you know, I'm always advertising, and then you're not here. What's that? What's going on? You know, I'm just pulling your peach. All right. I live in Kuwait. I think that's why your PayPal isn't showing. No, I don't think that's it. I never had an issue with PayPal, but like people have said, like some people have said that they found my PayPal. Other people haven't. Be sure that you're typing in tribe with all caps, TRZO LLC. My friend is Leo rising and she has a Sag Mercury like me. She's literally the best. I love Mercury and Sagittarius, but sometimes y'all get too preachy teachy. I saw what I said. All right. I sent 15, Gloria. All right, so readings are closed, everybody. I did get the last ones. Okay, so I also got Francisco, and then I got Gloria as well. So you guys are all good. Readings are closed. Yes, they are. All right, you ain't wrong, Tay. All right. I'm sorry, Naya. I'm sitting here babbling and chatting, being my North Node in the 3rd, as I usually am. Anderson. All right, and what's my Mercury? Scorpio in the 5th house, but my North Node's in the 3rd in Virgo, so it's expressing itself through that 5th house Mercury. But I'm like, sometimes my mouth moves, no, my mind moves more than my mouth does sometimes, so I'm like, oh, let's see, 521, and all right, let's all say hello to Naya. Hi, Naya. Hi, Naya. All right, let's move over here. Just sent my info to the DMs. Thank you. You're the best. Oh, thank you. I'm a Gemini Sun, Scorpio Rising, and Capricorn Moon. Interesting mix. Oh my God, your Gemini Sun literally formed. I wonder, do you have the Yod? Do you have the Yod in your chart, Anthony? Yeah, that 3rd house North Node is such a slight. Oh, thank you. Getting better with time. All right, so let's see what's going on down here. Do we have any critical degrees? We do. Neptune 8 Aquarius is a critical degree. And then what else is going on? Do we have any over here? Sun 0 Gemini critical degree. And that's it. Guys, we're doing so good with critical degrees today. All right, let's see up here. Okay, so in this lifetime, you're really meant to focus on your communication, developing your skills, your siblings, cousins, your immediate environment, becoming witty and lighthearted, and becoming curious of mundane knowledge. Now, you got quite the party in your first house, don't you? You got the Sun, you got Saturn, you got Jupiter, you also got Mercury as well. Do you have Mercury? Is Mercury there too? Yeah, Mercury's there too. You got the party. All right, so you have a lot of ideas, a lot of thoughts that you can actually utilize within your career, status, legacy, and life's work. So let's be sure that we are utilizing that. Jupiter is giving you a lot of experience and wisdom, so also approach your action with some morals as well. Now, it is important to note that with Saturn being in Gemini, you could be the jack of all trades, the master of none. But hey, you'll always do it better than the master of one. Nothing wrong with that, is it? All right, but it is really important that any action that you're taking, it needs consistency behind it, okay? Very strong personality with the Sun being here, but it may cause conflict with your career, status, legacy, and life's work. Perhaps maybe you're very outgoing and very well-spoken within yourself, but within your career, status, legacy, and life's work, it may require you to be more reserved, may require you to look at the world from a bigger perspective, and you may not be able to speak and be your true, authentic self, which may be causing a little bit of conflict here. Just be sure here that you are utilizing your communication, your speech within your career, status, legacy, and life's work. That will help you to alleviate any inner conflict for yourself too. And just finding a way to do that, because with Aquarius, you're quite innovative, okay? It's all about originality. You could be doing something that very few people know how to do. Perhaps maybe you're the first to do it. Hey, who knows? You know, so just be sure to bring some originality in your innovative energy to your career as well, and then bringing yourself in your career as well too. That'll help you to alleviate yourself from any inner conflict and tension. Okay, your first house ruler is within the first house. So first within the first, this means that you have a better sense of self, identity, and independence. With Gemini, though, watch for the racing mind. Watch for spreading misinformation or gossip. It's not karmic. Well, it could actually be karmic for you since Saturn is in your first house, too. So definitely watch for spreading misinformation or gossip, okay? Because that can come around full circle, all right? Also, with Saturn in the first house, you definitely may have some hindrances with establishing independence or identity. You may find that you're in this go, go, go energy to get things done. You need to learn how to slow down. Things are going to happen and unfold in due time, but it may not unfold due to your expectations, okay? Let's see what else is going on here. We do have North Node in Cancer in the second house. Money can definitely wax and wane, so just be sure to monitor your spendings here, but you're destined to build up your material security, establish your worth and value, as well as give back to yourself through a self-replenishment, as well as focus on your natural gifts and talents and your immediate family. Now, with your with establishing your worth and value, as well as building up material security, it needs to resonate with you emotionally. So anything that you're utilizing to build up your worth and value or your material income, it needs that emotional fulfillment. If it doesn't have that, it's not going to make the cut, or it may not last as long, okay? Also, giving back to yourself through self-care is going to be very, very pivotal for your destiny. Now, you're naturally moving away from accepting financial help from other people, inheritances from other people, and you're moving towards making money for yourself. All right. So as I said, if in the case that you're struggling with, oh, well, how can I make money and what can I do? Find something that you emotionally resonate with. That will definitely help you tenfold. All right. With Leo in the third house, you shine in communication and developing your skills. Yes, you do. But there's nothing major here. Just be sure here that we are becoming confident in what we're speaking and what we're saying and what we're sharing with other people. All right. With your third house ruler being 11 places from itself in that first house, a lot of gains and rewards can come through communication and really developing your skills over a span of time. All right. With that fourth house in Virgo, just be sure not to over intellectualize your emotions, but rather feel them through. Also, watch out for the self-critique and self-criticism and criticism of others as well. Okay. With that fourth house ruler being 10 places from itself in Gemini, a lot of karmic here. This could indicate karmic family. This can also indicate that you could be a generational curse breaker here. Just be sure that you know that you can overcome this energy, because you have a lot of energy within yourself to overcome any emotional trials and tribulations that you go through. It is also very important to note that with Virgo in the 4th house here, it's gonna get better with time because Virgo is all about development. So when you're processing your feelings and your emotions, if you may not know how to do that now, it's gonna get better over a span of time. It just needs to develop, okay? With 5th house in Libra, it is intercepted, so this energy may be a little bit hard for you to navigate through. And also Aries is intercepted too, but the ruler of your 5th house is in Aries, so there's a natural desire towards your future goals, dreams, visions, whatever. Just be sure that you're developing the confidence here, okay? Because you do like to have fun with others. Others like to have fun with you too. But sometimes you may be unaware of how this energy will manifest, okay? So just tap into your confidence and really focus on yourself and your future. That's how you can best express this energy. Remember, confidence is needed with your future endeavors, all right? With 6th house in Scorpio, nothing major here as well. A lot of things that are above the horizon, not below the horizon here, all right? And you have a date chart too, so that's actually very good for you. But with Scorpio in the 6th house, just be sure not to over-obsess over your mundane responsibilities, daily operations, work schedule, routines around personal development and physical health. Health definitely could be transformative here from time to time, but just be sure that we're not over-obsessing over our day-to-day, as I said before. Both the modern and the traditional ruler in the 7th house, anything that you do within your day-to-day can actually garnish some wages for you. Not garnish, I shouldn't say that. Can also help towards your material income for yourself. All right? With Pluto, Chiron, and Mars in your 7th house in Sagittarius, first and foremost, major focus in a past life could have been on finding expansion through philosophy, a belief system, or your own meaning of life, and letting the universe become your own personal teacher. In this lifetime, that's going to be applicable towards relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business, and business contracts as well. It is really important here that we're not over-obsessing over relationships because this can actually cause blockages within the relationships as well. Great for business, not so great for relationships here too. Very powerful figure within a business. If in the case that you want to start it, you could have a very large business if you want to start one. Could be international as well. A lot of karmic relationships that you dealt with this Chiron placement being in the 7th house. Just be sure that we're finding your own belief system, your own philosophy, your own meaning of life. That'll help you to heal not only yourself, but to heal other people as well too. Also be sure that you're having a relationship with yourself with the oppositions showing to your 1st house, making sure that you're having that relationship with yourself. That way that can help you with having a relationship with other people. Can't wait for Mercury retrograde to end. Oh, you said nothing but a word. I've been sick, had exes come back, my car broke down. Ooh, too much. I'm telling you. It's ending in 4 days, thank God. You know, it's gonna station direct and we're gonna have the shadow period, but I really don't feel anything during the shadow period anyway. All right, with Mars here, just be sure not to rush in or out of relationships. Rushing through business dealings it's not gonna be favorable for you here. All right, so just be sure to dot your I's, cross your T's with any contracts, all right? Also with Mars and Sagittarius, not rushing to find a philosophy and meaning of life as well. That will definitely help within a relationship setting too. Your videos and energy are everything. Thank you. All right. Did I miss anything? Oh, okay. So with your MC, a lot of the energy and drive that you feel within a relationship dynamic will actually help towards your career status, legacy, and life's work, though self-effort is required. Okay. Let's see. Nothing in Capricorn in your 8th house here. But I will say just watch out for controlling issues, micromanaging things that are outside of your control, definitely confronting fears around intimacy, vulnerability as well. I also will say with Capricorn, this can actually indicate to me a long life or longevity too within a certain position. All right. Moving on to your 9th house. Oh, by the way, your 7th house ruler is 7th from itself. As I said, natural desire to have that relationship with self or to really focus on self through a relationship dynamic, establishing the independence within a relationship. 8th house ruler is actually 6 places from itself, so this can cause a little conflict disputes in the healing journey here, but it will definitely get better over a span of time. All right, 9th house, we have Aquarius here. We have Neptune and Uranus and your MC. Whatever you're meant to do within your career status, legacy, and life's work, it's going to be something that's quite original, something that not many people know how to do, or perhaps maybe you could be the first to do it. Be sure to listen to your ideas. Also be sure to listen to anything that, you know, just feels right to you, because this can actually progress society forward and make the world a better place. And it can even help you within your career status, legacy, and life's work too. With Uranus here, that's another indicator that whatever you're going to do is something that's quite unconventional. But don't let, you know, the traditional world try to bog you down because of what you're doing. All right. I also will say with Neptune here, you may yearn to learn the meaning of life. You're definitely going to learn it, but it's going to come over a span of time. Be sure to go over those areas of life in a realistic sense. Okay. 9th house ruler is 5 places from itself. So I will say that other people can definitely help you to find your own meaning of life, or perhaps if you're sharing your experience with other people, that can actually bring in an audience for you. All right, I'm gonna, the last time, or after this reading, I'm gonna have to figure out how to keep my thing on, because every time it closes out, I'm like, oh, I'm already in the mood. All right, let's see here. Did I say everything that I needed to? Ooh, also, there's a lot of favorable energy within your self-independence and identity with finding a meaning of life or focusing on a philosophy or belief system. So when you when you do focus on finding a belief system, or even focus on your career status, I can see in life's work, this can actually help you to evolve yourself. Okay? Let's see here. Like, I don't want to bash others, but a lot of astrologers are kind of boring. Oh, T, I didn't say it. All right. Anyway, then we have Pisces here in the 10th house. You would benefit from having a spiritual development, or developing yourself with the universe, developing that connection, trusting in the unknown as well. Now, I will say definitely watch out for any hidden enemies, karmic dealings within the career that could pop up from time to time, but you're definitely meant to have a blissful and joyful time within your career as well. Okay. 10th house ruler being 4 places from itself. This can even mean that whatever you're doing through your actions can definitely influence your career. It's going to manifest over a span of time because you're being guided towards your career, but you tend to have the final vision in mind, but it's all about the tangible steps to get you there as well, all right? So let's be sure not to forget about the practicalities of your career status, legacy, and life's work. All right, let's see what else is going on here. Now, we have Venus and Aries in the 11th house. We talked a little bit about it when we were talking about the 5th house ruler in Libra. When Venus is in Aries in a relationship, you definitely need somebody who's going to match your energy. You need somebody who's going to be, somebody who knows their sense of self. Somebody who's aware of their energy as well. Okay, that's going to be very important too. Somebody who could be quite unconventional. Somebody who is really focused on establishing or executing any future endeavors for themselves. Just watch for spontaneity and impulsivity here too. In regards to your future, other people definitely want to help you out here. Just be sure that we're not being too, oh, I want to do it myself, because then you may draw away the one thing that the universe was trying to give you to make your future endeavors a tangible reality for yourself, okay? Yes, you can do this on your own. You even may be the leader of your own friend groups, networks, or organizations as well, but just be sure to accept the help when it does come in, okay? All right, moving on to your 12th house, last but not least, we have the moon, and we have, that's it, just the moon in Taurus. You find emotional fulfillment through spiritual development, spiritual liberation, establishing that connection with the universe, and trusting in the unknown. But moon in Taurus, this can indicate to me that mother could have been quite karmic for you. She could have been there physically, but not emotionally. She could have been absent altogether. Definitely watch for emotional manipulation, caretakers, nurturers, as well as money worth value can definitely be karmic for you. I will say here that your healing journey, but your spiritual development goes hand in hand with your destiny, what you're destined for in regards to your worth and value. Self-effort, of course, is required, but there may be some inner tension and conflict with finding the true meaning of life versus your emotional fulfillment. Perhaps maybe what emotionally fulfills you may not go along with your belief systems or your philosophy. So definitely finding a philosophy or a meaning of life or a belief system that goes in tandem with your emotional fulfillment or resonation. This can help you to alleviate any inner conflict and tension. All right, but that's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. Thank you. Any significance to Sun being 0 degrees Gemini? Yes, so Sun is at a critical degree at 0 degrees. It's actually in the new energy. So I personally don't believe in cusp, to be honest. It's because it's either you're 29 degrees of one sign or 0 degrees of another. And those are 2 completely different energies. With 0 degrees Gemini, you're starting lessons in regards to siblings, cousins, your immediate environment, becoming curious of mundane knowledge, as well as your communication and developing your skills over time. Remember, Gemini is all about self-efforts as well. What are critical degrees? So critical degrees are degrees of significant importance. If you do have any critical degrees, you need to pay attention to the house and the sign that they fall in, because any transits or aspects being made to that can activate specific lessons for your growth, for personal development, or to get you to where you want to go if it's hitting an angle. Okay. Let's see what else is going on here. The lives are really fun because I could be interactive, and also I learn a lot too. And that's the goal. Like, I like my lives being interactive, and I do great when I have an audience, because you know what? Here's the thing. I do a lot of open mic nights, and when I sing, I hate when the audience is dead. Like, I love when I can chat with the audience and I can say different things. If they're dead, like, I'm dead, So that's why I'm like, I love having the interaction and chatting with people and seeing the interaction there, because it helps me to do a better job. If I were a talk talk show host, I think I'd do good. I think I would have done good in the 90s if I had like an audience with the talk show, because I go based off of the questions that they're asking too. Plus I'm nosy. I said what I said. All right. Let's see here. Is not having any water sign placements bad? Not necessarily. It just means that that may not be a priority within your journey per se. But if you have any placements in the water houses, that also counts too. That means that you could be introspective or reflective as well. So having placements in the 4th, the 8th, or the 12th house can also count as having water placements. Let's see here. The 3rd house north node is showing. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. What does it mean to have a Taurus Mercury at 0 degrees? Also a critical degree too. But with Mercury and Taurus, I love when anything is in Taurus because it slows you down, especially when it's like Mercury or Mars. You know, Mercury and Taurus just means that you like to take your time with communication and developing your skills. A lot of patience is required though when you're gaining information, but you tend to gain information slowly, which means that you can gain actually more information. Also, that's just a pivotal position for you to pay attention to. Oh, God. Your communication, your information can come through your immediate family, establishing your worth and value as well. You'd also benefit from having multiple sources of income with Mercury and Taurus as well, too. I have a water trine in my chart. Oh, same here. I have one, my ascendant, my MC, and my sun and my Chiron. Yeah. All right. Hello. Any thoughts on North Node, Leo, 12th house? Major focus is on building up your confidence, expressing yourself, shining your light, not dimming it because of other people's projection. But this is pertaining to your spiritual development, spiritual liberation, as well as establishing that connection with the universe. So developing confidence within your spiritual development journey as well. Traveling to foreign lands can actually help you out here. I said what I said, you know. What's your take on Pluto going into Aquarius? I'll tell you one thing, because there was an astrologer who really had the confidence to come on here and post a video saying that Pluto going into Aquarius represents the age of Aquarius. No, you know, no, you know, but Pluto going into Aquarius, I don't feel it. I'm not going to lie. It's in my 8th house, but I don't necessarily feel it, but I do feel like something is about to happen. I feel like a revolution's going to happen. I don't know. Maybe it's me. You know, I feel like something is going to happen when Pluto's in Aquarius that's going to really just spark a digital revolution. That's my thoughts. When did I get into astrology? 2019. So once upon a time, I was reckless. I went through a reckless era. I did. And, well, it was 2018. I was living in Las Vegas at the time, and my sweet mate that didn't move in wanted to know my big 3, and I had no clue what that was. But I found out my big 3. I was into tarot at that time. Like, I was doing a lot of readings with tarot. And then I started off doing tarot professionally, and then I was just learning my chart, you know, here and there, just learning through YouTube and things like that. And then I was living in New York City when I was just like, during COVID, I literally went down the rabbit hole and everything with astrology. And then 2021, I started going professional because I didn't know how much I really knew with astrology, but I like helping others, you know, so when other people would ask, oh, well, what was this? And I would be like, well, you know, and so it was kind of like that. And then from there, you know, I just stuck with it. It's one of the very few things that I stuck with over a couple of years. I'm not going to lie. All right. How do you get a reading? Well, readings are closed for today, unfortunately, because I'm a little backed up. So, readings are closed. But if you do want a private reading, there's a link in my bio under Universal Analysis. You can always book the private reads. We spend an hour going over your chart. We laugh, we cry, we do all the A words. We do. All right. So that's Universal Analysis. I do astrology, numerology, tarot, and then I do the combo as well. I think AI is going to transform the collective the deeper we get into Pluto and Aquarius. Honestly, my thing is this. We are becoming so dependent on AI. And I feel as though that a lot of people are going to become so dependent that we're going to turn into Wall-E. I said what I said. Like, I just don't want our society to become like so lazy that we don't know how to do anything anymore. Because I'm already sensing, like, when social media first came into play, you're starting to see that not many people know how to be social and communicative. Like, I'm guilty of it myself, because when I go to open mic nights, I'm a completely different girl. Like, but I will say here that, like, it's just, you're already starting to see it with social media. And now we're having all these newer things come in that are making it easier. Like, you can make a whole song with AI. You can write a whole essay with AI now. Like, people are not investing in their actual brains, but they're using something outside of themselves. And I don't know, I feel like it's a little sad in a sense, you know? I wouldn't want to, you know, use something unless I get lazy. But like, I don't want to have to become dependent on AI. You know what I mean? Let's see here. At least you got a cool story. I got into it because my ADHD was like, oh, cool, new thing. I'm screaming. Well, I got into it because at the time I didn't realize why, like my intro to spirituality was not cute. Like I started off immediately with a dark night of the soul. For those that don't know what that is, it's like the shedding of your ego and you're really deconstructing everything that you learned up until that point. But like I started off my spiritual journey and it just was rough, you know, because prior to that I was going through a lot, like back to back. And so like when I learned about Jupiter in the 8th house, I have that, and Saturn in the 10th also have that. I was like, oh, this makes a lot of sense, you know, and this is a bit concerning, you know, as to how something like really resonates like that. That's really cool. I'm currently going down the rabbit hole of Vedic astrology. I love Vedic astrology, but not many people talk about it on TikTok. You know, I'm going to be uploading more videos because like I upload a lot of like educational content now because I rebranded, but like I personally like talking about Vedic astrology. So I'm going to start putting out like more things that way everybody can get to know it, you know? Let's see here. I don't really feel the Pluto in the 8th, right? Same here. Me too. Me too. The only thing I'm feeling is really getting into my life. Oh, I feel that. Oh, getting my life together. Gotcha. All right. What does Venus in Aqua in 7th house with 0 degrees mean for me? I'm not too good with degrees. Ooh, Michael can actually answer that because he has Venus in Aquarius in his 7th house. So he'd be better at explaining it through experience. I know for me, in the 7th house, when Venus is there, watch for people pleasing because Venus tends to put other people before itself, but you'd benefit from having a friendship before getting in a relationship. You may attract a relationship that's quite unconventional, something that other people may not pick for their first choice, but also having a friendship before getting into a relationship will also be beneficial to you as well. Be sure that you have an understanding with yourself because you yearn to be understood in a connection, and other people will definitely sense this with you. Like you can understand other people, but you want other people to understand yourself. So that's kind of like the dichotomy of Venus in the 7th in Aquarius. You yearn to be understood, and Aquarius, Capricorn, Scorpio tend to go through a lot, you know, and you want other people that are kind of understand the things that you've gone through. All right. Let's see here. I got Pluto in the 8th house, Jupiter in the 2nd house. Oh my God. Are they aspecting? Well, I just got called out. See, look, I'm sorry. It's Mercury and Scorpio. I said what I said. All right. What do you think about having 8th house in Rahu? I don't think about it, honestly, but I will say it's a tough position to have. Is because with North Node in the 8th house, you tend to do a lot for yourself, like making your own money, establishing your own worth and value. But then you get hit with all this transformation and these sudden changes, and you're like, what the heck is going on? Like, but it's all ridding the things that don't need to be there to put you in alignment with your dharmic path. So all the transformation that you're going through, all the things that you need to heal from, it's all for a better purpose. I promise you that. Is whole sign or Placidus best for predictions? Ooh, whole sign. Because Placidus is best for psychological analysis. So if you're doing a prediction based off of psychological analysis, I'd use Placidus. Whole sign is just great for general analysis and how things will definitely manifest too. Let's see. I use whole signs? I do use whole signs, especially when I'm doing the readings here. I do incorporate some Placidus. I don't want to get too wrapped up in Placidus because we'll be here all day, literally, you know? All right, let's see. All right, I have another reading. We have more readings to get through. Let's see. All right, we have Lauren. Lauren is up next. Okay, so we have Lauren, we have Kelly Shanta, we have Francisco, then we have Gloria. All right, so Lauren is up next, and I think she said that she sent it to my Instagram. Let's see here. What's my big 3? Scorpio, Sun, Libra, Moon, Cancer, Rising. Oh yeah, your local Aquarius Sun and Cap Moon here, always going through some kind of something. Look, me too. I'm telling you. I have Jupiter in Aquarius. I have Jupiter in the 8th house. I have a Sun in Scorpio conjunct Chiron. Like, I kid you not. It's a mess. It's a mess. I said what I said. All right, let's see. If I were to buy a reading, would you do it in Placidus? Well, today my readings are closed, but any other time, if you do want to buy a reading, yes, I can do it in Placidus for you. I'm a Libra moon. That's why I'm feeling you. Come on, Libra moons. Any other Libra moons in here? Let's see. Oh, let me see. Did you send it? I do have a request. I do. All right. So Lauren, Yep. Lauren, I have your information here. Just making sure. Great. All right, let's check the polls before I get to type in Lauren's information. We have Aries, Libra, 1563, Taurus, Scorpio, 2031, Gemini, Sagittarius, 1406, Cancer, Capricorn, 2031. Oops, somebody just voted because the things just changed. Leo and Aquarius, 1618, Virgo, Pisces, 1471. Keep voting if you haven't already done so. What is your rising sign is the question, of course. My moon is Aquarius, rising is Sagittarius. Ooh, don't over-intellectualize your emotions, though. I said what I said. All right, let's see here. Lauren is up next. Is Lauren here? Is Lauren here? Let's see. I love that Taurus and Scorpio is usually the top. It's either Taurus or Scorpio, Aries or Libra. A little while ago, Leo and Aquarius was about to win. I was like, what? Scorpio and Taurus better win. Look, I'm telling you, Taurus and Scorpio, we are the power. Scorpio always wins. It's a real thing. But maybe I'm being too biased. I have to give Cancer and Capricorn the win too. Aries and Libra close third. It doesn't help that my sun and moon is in opposition to my ascendant. Oh, it's a tough cookie to be in. So I'm constantly fighting with myself. Be sure to not give into emotional manipulation with moon being in the 7th house, and also prioritize a relationship with yourself too, because there's a major focus on other people, as I said before with that Venus in Aquarius, but you need to focus on yourself. Remember, you are right. All I do is stay in my bed. Oh, me too. I'm not gonna lie. Look, I'm in my bedroom right now, but it's my office space too. All right, let's see. Is Lauren here? Going once, going twice? Oh, Lauren is here. Great. Gotcha. I've been making healthy choices regarding love this year. Yay! I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of you too. That's right. How do I work with my Leo moon in the 11th? Developing confidence over your friends, groups, networks, organizations, and the execution of your future endeavors. With Leo here, remember, your need for validation and recognition shouldn't be coming from outside of yourself. Your friends should literally be adding to the validation that you're giving yourself too. Remember that, okay? Major focus is where you shine is on your future endeavors, as well as friends, groups, networks, and organizations, as I said before. But just be sure here that we are really putting the structure and organization behind our future endeavors to make them a tangible reality, okay? Okay, because last year was my bad year of being used. Oh my God, see, you know what? I hate when people use others for the sake of their own benefit. It makes no sense to me, you know? And I feel as though that the karma's gonna come for them, especially with your Aquarius placements. Oh, karma will come for them. Absolutely. Yes. Have you heard of and looked into body graphs? Yes, I've been into human design, and I'm actually teaching some of the lessons on my profile. I did upload some videos. If in the case that you guys want to check those out, be sure to check those out. But yes, I've been into human design on a 5-2 projector, self-projected projector. Would you look at that? You know, it's literally like both lines, the 5 and the 2, they're both lines of projection. So I'm like, wow, tell me something new. You know, oh, you're projected too. What's your lines? Are you 5-2, 1-3, 1-4? Trev knows all about the Lovell Indian family and using. Please! Oh my God, not that. Let's see. March 29th. You go sick. Let's see, Libra in the 12th house, meaning could indicate karmic relationships, but friends, groups, networks, or, oh wow, that was 11th house. Relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts may have a spiritual feel to them. I will say that establishing your connection with the universe or establishing your trust with the unknown could definitely help your spiritual development, as well as traveling to foreign lands, with Libra being in the 12th too. What does it mean to have Jupiter and Virgo in the 11th house but retrograde? Well, anything retrograde will definitely mean introspection. You're here to redo some lessons in regards to expansion, finding your own meaning of life, your own philosophy. But with it being in Virgo, definitely watch for self-criticism and criticism of others. With Jupiter in the 11th house, though, very favorable energy. You know, with friends, groups, networks, organizations, and executing any future endeavors, you have everything that you already need within yourself, because Virgo is exalted in Virgo. You know, so you have everything that you need to execute any future endeavors, but you have a lot of luck coming in, but it's going to require introspection to get the expansion, okay? Thank you so much for answering questions. I join other astrologers' lives and they just ignore my comments. Let's talk about it real quick. Lauren, I'm sorry. I'm keeping you waiting for so long. Please, I apologize, but I'm like, all these questions are coming up and I'm like, it's so true. I've gone on a couple of astrologers' lives before, and I'm not here to, you know, speak down on them or anything like that, because I do respect the craft. It takes a lot of people to, or it takes a specific energy to really learn astrology and to make it comprehensible so that other people can understand it. But then, like, I just feel like a lot of astrologers don't have the personality. I don't know. But, like, I will say this. I've been on other astrologers' lives where I've asked questions because it's like, I'm the type of person I like to learn from other astrologers. I'm about to fall out my chair. I'm the type of person that likes to learn more about astrology. You know, I don't just like doing the readings all the time and things like that. Like, for instance, when George was up sharing their opinion on, you know, the certain placements on how they're going to manifest, I love that because it's interactive. You know, I don't want to be the type of person that it's just like, I'm the teacher and here's what I know and everything like that, because you can learn so much from other people. So I try not to shut them out. Plus my Chiron in the 5th, I'm all about expression with other people because I've been shut down myself from expressing myself. So I'm very chatty now, but I'm an introvert in my actual life. Let's see here. They just don't got the 3rd house north node like him. Absolutely. Look. I think it's that. I think it's that. All right. Okay. Where's Lauren? Lauren, I'm sorry for keeping you waiting for so long. Let's get to ya. Okay. Will I do human design reading? Probably sometime in the near future, because I'm like, right now, I'm not at a place where I'm like, oh my God, I want to do reading. Not with human design. I'm not at the comfortability to do the readings yet. Do I have any astrology book recommendations? Yes. The Beginner's Guide to Life Astrology Edition, written by Trevor Quincy. It's actually in the link in my bio under Trevor Sebastian Publishing. Good read. It teaches you all you need to know about the astrology basics and even how to read your chart too. It's called the The Beginner's Guide to Life Astrology Edition. And that's under Trevor Sebastian Publishing in the link in my bio. All right. Oh, we are the same projector 5-2. I've never met a 5-2 projector. And I'm like, I now want to know everything. All right, everybody. Without further ado, let's say hello to Lauren. We kept her waiting for long enough. Hi, Lauren. Hi, Lauren. All right. Let's see here. I love seeing people use their Chiron placements to its fullest. Look, my thing is this: express yourself, shine your light, don't dim it because of other people's projection. You know, I say that to everybody else, and I say it to myself too, is because I want people to express themselves, to really, you know, become confident. All right, let's see. Is Lauren still here, by the way? Hopefully she still is, because we've been chatting, we've been giggling, we're relating too. I did see that she was here before. Hopefully she's still here. All right, because I don't want to get started if she's not. Yes. Okay. Great. All right. So Uranus 0 Pisces, critical degree. Your Neptune placement is sitting right on my Jupiter. Ow. All right. And then 9 degrees Aquarius for your MC, your Midhaven, critical degree as well. Can you see that? I'll just like hold on a second. 9 degrees Aquarius, critical degree. And then over here, let's see. Do you have any critical degrees over here? Jupiter 8 Leo, critical degree. It is in retrograde, so remember, introspection before the expansion, okay? Guys, we've been doing really good with the critical degrees today, let's say, you know? Let's see here. Okay, in this lifetime, you're really meant to focus on your destiny, okay? It is conjunct that ascendant, but you're really meant to focus on being witty, lighthearted, really becoming curious of mundane knowledge, as well as developing your skills and your communication as well. With Saturn here, any action that you're taking towards your career, status, legacy, life's work, and even your philosophy, meaning of life, a certain belief system, doesn't necessarily have to be spiritual. It is going to require consistency, okay? Whenever I see the North Node and Saturn in Gemini, that's usually an indicator to me that you're a jack of all trades, master of none. But you'll always do it better than the master of one. Not mad. You know, just watch out for any gossip and spreading misinformation about people, places, things, the nouns, really. Okay, it can be quite karmic for you. Definitely establishing balance between having a relationship with yourself and a relationship with other people. Perhaps maybe you prioritize having a relationship with other people. That's why you got Saturn there, because you need to master yourself. Okay? Now, your first house ruler is 11 places from itself in that 11th house there. So that means major focus is also on friends, groups, networks, organizations, and the execution of your future endeavors. Pay attention to your ideas. They're quite innovative. All right. They can help you to progress society forward and make the world a better place. It's actually where you shine. Just be sure to not rush through executing your future endeavors. Definitely think before you say and think before you do with that Mercury and Aries there. Okay. Aries can tend to be a little bit impulsive and spontaneous, so watch out for that. All right. So let's see what else is going on here. We have Cancer, second house, nothing major happening here. Money can definitely come and go when you have placements here. But I will say, just be sure to listen to your intuition. It can further help you to establish your worth and value. With your second house ruler being 9 places from itself in Pisces, your career, status, legacy, and life's work can definitely be a main source of income for you. It can even also help you to establish your worth and value for yourself. Establishing a connection with the universe can also help there too. And focusing on spiritual development journey. Not only that, it gives you emotional resonation. Look at you. All right. Now, with Jupiter in the third house in Leo, you can naturally back up anything that you're sharing with other people via communication with your own experience. It's actually where you shine the most, okay? Be sure to build up your confidence when you're talking to other people, spreading information too. Definitely watch out for spreading misinformation, as I said before. But with Jupiter here, you have natural gifts within communication and speaking, okay? Now, as I said, there's also the opposition here, backing that up with experience, but also you can find your own meaning of life through communicating with others. Perhaps other people may share their own perspectives, which can help you to find your own meaning of life here too. Remember, the balance is needed, okay? Don't become too dogmatic within your belief systems, because Aquarius can be quite stubborn and fixed, okay? So just be sure to keep your open mind, okay? Now, with your third house ruler being 9 places from itself, as I said before, you have a lot of indicators here that are pointing to the 9th house, a lot of fortunate energy happening through this placement. But with your third house ruler being 9 places from itself in that sun in Aries, it's exalted. It's in an exalted state too. So this means that you have a very, very strong third house and a very strong communication base. Just be sure here to watch for spreading this information that we're giving other people the ability to share their opinion as well. All right. Watch out for also projection. Other people projecting onto you because of the things that you say and the things that you are doing within your mundane knowledge or developing your skills. Don't take on that projection, all right? With your 4th house being in Virgo, just be sure not to over-intellectualize your emotions, okay? This is naturally getting better with time because it is all about development here. Nothing major going on in your 4th house, but your 4th house ruler is 8 places from itself in Aries, so maybe quite transformative here. Perhaps maybe you could be a generational curse breaker with that placement being 8 placements from itself. Could have had some transformative upbringing, could have gone through intense situations as well. It is getting better with time. Just be sure to let go of any emotions that no longer serve you. Anything that's not within alignment, let go of that as well, okay? Nothing in your 5th house in Libra. Just be sure you like to have fun with other people. Other people like to have fun with you. Nothing wrong with that. Watch out for self-splurging and overindulgence here. 5th house ruler is in your 10th house. It is 6 places from itself, though. Conflicts, issues, and disputes can definitely come from having too much fun with other people here, okay? There can be a karmic aspect, all right? Karmic relationships with flings and, you know, hooking up, so definitely pay attention to that, okay? Developing yourself spiritually can definitely help to boost your confidence, all right? Now, with your 6th house in Scorpio, it's intercepted, all right? It is really important to pay attention to how it's going to express itself. It is expressing itself through relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts, and through your healing journey and through your transformation as well. But with 6th house in Scorpio, just be sure not to over-obsess over your day-to-day as well as your mundane responsibilities, your physical health, and personal development journey, okay? Setting up energetic boundaries can actually help you within your day-to-day as well. That way you're not taking on other people's energy, people are not taking advantage of your energy, or they're not draining your energy over time, okay? Let's see what else is going on here. As I said, your 6th house ruler can be found in the 7th and the 8th house. I would focus more on the 8th house since that's going to affect you in the personal result. Pluto's more on the collective scale, okay? But with your 6th house ruler being in the 8th house, I actually have the same placement too. Just be sure that we are prioritizing your healing journey and really prioritizing your development journey. Self-effort is definitely going to be required since the two are intertwined with each other. All right, let's see here. In your 7th house in a past life or early on in this lifetime, you really could have been focused on finding a philosophy, a meaning of life, a certain belief system. Didn't necessarily have to be spiritual, but expanding on these themes. This is going to pertain to relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts in this lifetime. This can even help you to stand in your power just as long as you don't over-obsess with it, okay? It is really important to find a certain belief system or a philosophy that also helps you to stand in your power, but finding a balance between yourself and relationships will definitely help you to stand in your power as well. Relationships could be transformative for you, but there also could be power struggles, so definitely watch out for that too. With your 7th house ruler being, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. With it being 9 places from itself, this can actually bring expansion to your own belief system, and it can even help you to find the meaning of life when you're in a relationship too. Very powerful business, if in the case that you want to start a business for yourself, could be quite expansive, could also be an international business, but that can help you to stand in your power just as long as you don't over-obsess with that. All right? Now, moving on to your 8th house in Capricorn, we have Mars and Chiron here. Just be sure, first and foremost, not to rush through your healing journey with Mars and Cap. It is in an exalted state, so it's definitely working and giving you the energy and drive to go below the surface, accept the darker aspects of life, and make peace with your past. Ooh, wow. There are wounds that pertain to career status, legacy, and life's work, but also your healing journey too, okay? Now, this can come from perhaps a father figure, people that were in positions of authority, or people that are in a higher up position, all right? right? People could have tried to downplay your success. They probably tried to tell you that, oh, whatever you want to go in, whatever arena you want to go in, it's going to be very hard, very competitive. Don't give in to that projection. Definitely focus on your career, status, legacy, and life's work, and also focus on your healing journey. That helps you to not only heal yourself, but to heal other people. Now, your friends can sometimes be a conflict because they may give you some advice, or they may definitely give you some things that may contradict what's really helping you to heal. So definitely take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Also, actually watch out for the impulsivity that can lead to wounds as well, okay? But this can help you to alleviate any inner conflict and tension once you decipher between the two. Really focusing on what you want to do, but not rushing through it will help you to alleviate that inner conflict and tension, okay? Also, not rushing through career dealings as well will definitely help you to stand in your power here too. All right. Now you have your 8th house ruler, 6 places from itself in Gemini. So conflicts, issues, disputes that can definitely happen within career, status, legacy, and life's work, and also within your transformation can definitely occur, but it will definitely get better over a span of time. Okay. Your 9th house, you have MC, you have Neptune, and I think that's it because you have Uranus and the Moon and Venus in that 10th house. So with Aquarius MC, part of your mission in this lifetime is to do something very original. You know, it's something that not many people know how to do, or perhaps maybe you're the first on how to do it, but whatever it is, paying attention to your ideas, okay? There's no sextile here, so self-effort is required, all right? So just paying attention to your ideas, paying attention to really making the world a better place as well. This is where you're going to step into that Aquarius MC there. Same gig. The 9th house ruler is 5 places from itself, so other people will naturally come in. You can actually gain confidence once you find your own meaning of life, your own belief system, and when you're focusing on your career, status, legacy, and life's work. You may yearn to find the meaning of life, as well as you may yearn for career success. That all can definitely come for you. Just be sure to find the balance between your experience and your intellect, 1, and 2, being able to really put in the work and get the success in the realistic way as well, okay? Can I see any past life karma? That would be South Node. So South Node is actually in your 7th house. Past life karma actually deals with relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts, as well as belief systems, philosophy, the meaning of life, law, religion, and expanding on them as well. So we all look for that. That will be manifesting through Jupiter in your 3rd house too. That's why Jupiter is actually pointing a lot to like 9th house themes for you. So just pay attention to finding out your own meaning of life in this lifetime, as well as not prioritizing it through relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection. Remember, we're moving away from prioritizing other people, and we're moving towards prioritizing yourself. Okay? Let's see what else is going on here. 10th house ruler, we have Moon, and we also have Venus. We also have Uranus, if I'm not mistaken. We do. Uranus is, and I think Uranus and the Moon are at the critical degree. Let's see. Nope, just Uranus. So Uranus is at a critical degree, as well as the Moon and Venus are just in the, they're just conjunct. But I will say with Uranus in Pisces, sudden changes can definitely come through your career, status, legacy, and life's work. 111 is actually on my clock as we speak. So pay attention to anything that's on your mind during this time pertaining to career, status, legacy, and life's work will definitely move you towards that direction. But I also will say establishing a connection with the universe can definitely help you to further become more comfortable within your career, status, legacy, and life's work. Now, you may have the final vision in mind, but it's all about the process of getting there with Pisces, okay? So just be sure to really trust within the universe that everything is working out towards your best benefit. With the Moon here, anything that you're doing within your career needs emotional resonance. If it doesn't resonate with you emotionally, it's not going to make the cut, okay? With Venus here, other people are definitely going to help you to grow your career, status, legacy, and life's work. They even may give you some resources. Be sure that we're taking advantage of those opportunities when they present themselves. In regards to relationships, you may yearn for a soulmate type of connection, somebody who you've known or has that feel like you've known them for multiple lives per se. You may go through your fair share of karmic relationships before you end up with the person that you're meant to be with, but this person may be well established for themselves. They may be into spirituality or spiritual development as well. Just be sure here that we're not over obsessing over that as well, but also be sure that we are setting up those energetic boundaries. That way people are not taking advantage of our energy and draining our energy as well. What else is going on here? We have the Sun. Well, actually, we have the 10th house ruler. Let's see, 6 places from itself. So we do have a lot of conflicts, disputes, and issues that may manifest, a lot of weaknesses that may be revealed within your career, status, legacy, and life's work, but they're getting better over a span of time, okay? But with Aries ruling over your 11th house, we have the Sun and Mercury. As I said before, be sure to think before you do, okay? Because Aries can sometimes be impulsive and spontaneous, all right? So definitely watch out for that. But I will say major focus is going to be on friends, groups, networks, organizations, and the execution of your future endeavors. So just be sure here that we're taking our time when we're executing that for ourselves, okay? With your 11th house ruler being 10 places from itself, there's a lot of karma that we are paying towards friends, groups, networks, and organizations. You may have karmic friendships. Executing your future endeavors may come over a span of time, like maybe 20, 30 years. But I will say you have the energy to overcome the karma that you're paying off in that area of your life, okay? Last but not least, we have Taurus in the 12th house. Nothing major here, but I will say that money, worth, and value could be karmic. Your immediate family may feel karmic as well, too. With your 12th house ruler being 11 places from itself, you could be quite innovative as well. I also will say here, just be sure, traveling to foreign lands can even help you to establish it can help you to establish your spiritual development journey for yourself too. But that's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. It just, yeah, because I got a call and like, it was my brother calling, so I'm so sorry. Actually, I'll repeat it for those that didn't get to hear. With 12 houses in Taurus, establishing a connection with the universe can definitely require patience, so definitely ask yourself when enough is enough. Oh, I didn't hear what you said about Taurus. Yeah, so let me repeat it. Establishing a connection with the universe, but asking yourself when enough is enough will definitely help you to further establish your spiritual development journey. Traveling to foreign lands can help you with spiritual development as well. But with your 12th house ruler being in the 10th house, you could incorporate your spiritual development journey within your career, but definitely watch for any karmic dealings, hidden enemies, karmic aspects as well. But I will say that developing that connection with the universe can definitely help you on your spiritual journey and even within your career as well. But that's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. Thank y'all. Okay, we're back. I just got a message, my brother real quick. Wow, I can't spell. Come on, Mercury retrograde. Call in a few on live. Okay, cool. All right, here we go. Thank you so much. That was a really good reading. Of course. Thank you. Energetic boundaries you mentioned with Scorpio. Does that include any Scorpio placements? Well, not necessarily. Like energetic boundaries, if you find that somebody is draining your energy, definitely set up those boundaries there. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to deal with Scorpio placements, but any water sign like Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, they tend to take on other people's energy quite easily. So setting up those boundaries will definitely help. But it doesn't necessarily have to include any Scorpio placements. For instance, if it's in the 6th house, you could take on energy from other people within your day-to-day. So if there's like an aspect to the 12th house, that's when I usually say set up those energetic boundaries. All right, who is next? Let's see here. Oh, that is not my emails. All right. All right, we have 1, 2, 3. Okay. Kelly Shanta is up next. Kelly Shanta, yes. You are all ready. Oh, what you know about OKC? Kelly Shanta. Let's see. All right, also, let's see where we are on our polls so far. Okay, Aries, Libra, 1667, Taurus, Scorpio, 1795, Gemini, Sagittarius, 1538, Cancer, Capricorn, 2051, Leo and Aquarius, 1538, Virgo, Pisces, 14-1. Keep voting. Born and raised, that's right. All right, let's say 22. I know there's a song for Oklahoma. I just don't know the words to it, so I don't want to embarrass myself. Guess what I just learned? What did you learn, Jelly Bean? 923. All right, let's see here. Let's all say hello to Kelly Shanta. Hi, Kelly Shanta. All right, let's see over here. And we're going to scroll down and go over here. All right, do we have any critical degrees? Not over here. I just watched your video about karmic numbers and my Mars in the 8th house is at 14 degrees. Do you feel the karmic effects there? Because there are some people, I know somebody said before that they had a Libra moon at 13 degrees, though it's karmic, they didn't feel the karmic energy. So do you feel it? Let me know. I don't see any karmic degrees over here. Do I? Oh, not karmic degrees, critical degrees over here. But let's see over here. Sun 0 Leo, critical degree. All right, let's see what else. That's pretty much it. You only have one critical degree. Guys, we've been doing good with the critical degrees today. We have. All right, let's see over here. In this lifetime, you're really meant to, no, it froze. Can you guys hear me? Let me know. Can you guys hear? I've always said to myself, my relationship with my mom was karmic. Her sun is in Pisces in my 8th house. Oh, interesting. Can you guys hear? Can you guys hear? Going once, going twice. Can you go back to the critical degree? Yes. Okay. There is not one over here. Okay, the only critical degree that you have is just 0 Leo, the Sun 0 Leo. We can hear you? Okay, great. So Sun 0 Leo is your only critical degree. All right, so moving on. In this lifetime, you're really meant to focus on friends, groups, networks, organizations, and the execution of your future endeavors, okay? Now, this is going to come with time. Your sense of self-identity and independence, it's definitely going to come over a span of time. But any actions that you are taking towards your life's direction will need consistency behind it, with Saturn being close to the ascendant. Look, I'm not gonna lie, it does great for your bone structure there. But any action that you're taking towards your career status, like it's in life's work, definitely needs consistency behind it. All right, and structure and organization too. Make sure that you are balancing a relationship that you have with yourself with the relationships with other people. Okay, there could be a tendency to favor other people and juxtapose the relationship with yourself. All right, so be sure that we are definitely prioritizing the relationship that we have with ourselves. It's going to get better over a span of time. First house ruler in the first house, which is pretty great. I will say here, when the first is in the first house, it does make you driven, could make you assertive as well, but watch out for the impulsivity and the spontaneity too. All right. Second house in Pisces, nothing major there. Just be sure that we are watching for frivolous spending and not escaping any financial issues that may come about, okay? Developing a connection with the universe can definitely help you to establish your worth and value. When you have moon, not moon in Aries, we have third house in Aries, whole sign. Remember, whole sign Aries, we have... well, moon is in Taurus. We just have Aries in the third house. Nothing major here. You could be a very passionate speaker, though direct. Watch out for any arguments or debating energy too here. Be sure to think before you say and watch for spreading misinformation because you just heard something and you took it as fact either here too. Escaping all financial issues, LOL, and getting together now. That's right. Yes, I like to hear that. But with Aries in the third house, just be sure that we're not being too impulsive or spontaneous with any information that we are sharing with other people, okay? Third house ruler could be found in your fourth house. So anything that any ideas that you have for yourself, you can actually gain some wealth with that. All right. It can definitely help you to earn an income for yourself too. All right, let's see what else is going on here. We have the fourth house in Taurus. We have the moon and Mars here. You need to face your emotions head on because this can lead to violent outbursts and lashing out if you bottle them up, okay? Moon in Taurus, you may feel like you yearn for a sense of belonging. Be sure to find a sense of belonging within yourself. Emotional fulfillment can be found through home, family, your mother figure, processing your feelings and your emotions, as well as listening to your intuition, channeling your authenticity as well. Very stable, very grounded emotional energy here, but I will say that there could be conflict with mother and father, okay? With the sun moon square here, I can sense that father may be the cause of some conflicts or for some tension here, all right? But I will say here that the conflict here with your sun and your moon pertaining to you, since is the sun at the critical degree in Leo? Yes, it is really prioritizing other relationships and then giving yourself time to process your own feelings and your emotions. So I will say, be sure that you're giving yourself enough time to learn who you are, I guess, learning yourself authentically, because when you're in relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, this is where you shine the most, but be sure not to lose yourself and learn yourself to your true nature. That's what's going to alleviate any inner conflict and tension. All right, let's see here. Oh, you said your mom. Your mom is the cause of conflict here too? Could be. Okay, I can see that too. But I will say there is conflict between the parents here. From time to time, it may not have been like the easiest or the healthiest upbringing, but I will say that be sure that you're finding a space of belonging within yourself. Fourth house ruler can be found through the seventh house. It will bring a lot of bliss and fulfillment through relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, but be sure that we are prioritizing our own processing of feelings and our emotions as well. Fifth house in Gemini, just be sure here that we're not spreading this information or gossiping for fun. But for the most part, you may have a lot of ideas on how to have fun. You definitely need stimulation in order to feel some sort of recreation or fun through other people. Fifth house ruler is in the seventh house. So I will say, if in the case that you want to go on dates, you may find your partner through dates or, going on some type of app, and just, enjoying the moment per se too. I will say that this could be an indicator for having twins. If you had placements in here, that could be more beneficial. But for the most part, fifth house in Gemini can indicate having twins for children. Let's see what else is going on here. Oh, self-effort is required, by the way. You have a lot of ideas for fun, and this can be utilized within a business, but like self-effort is required. 1, 2, 3 is on my clock. Let's see. Sixth house in Cancer. We don't have anything in Cancer for the most part, setting up those energetic boundaries in your day-to-day. That way you're not taking on any energy. Hot damn, I'm a twin and my fiance's a twin. Look at that, said the cat. All right. But I will say, I'm also a twin, by the way, too. Yes, fraternal, identical, let us know. All right. But as I said, setting up those energetic boundaries in your day-to-day, that way you're not taking on energy, will definitely benefit you tenfold. With your sixth house ruler being 11 places from itself in that fourth house here, a lot of gains and rewards can be accomplished through your day-to-day as well. And it could be financial as well. Some financial wealth can come through any day-to-day experiences. All right. Let's see what else is going on. We have the Sun, Venus, Chiron, and Mercury in Leo in your seventh house. Major focus is going to be on relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts. Just be sure that we are forming a relationship with ourselves. With Chiron being here, this can be an indicator of karmic relationships. So just be sure here that we are focusing on building up our own confidence and our expression and not dimming our light because of other people's projection. This is what helps us to not only heal ourselves, but it could potentially help to heal other people as well, okay? With Mercury and Leo, you're getting all your communication and information through other people. You could potentially learn about yourself here. But as I said, be sure that we're establishing that connection and having that relationship with ourselves, okay? Venus, just watch out for people pleasing because Venus has the tendency to put other people before it puts himself, okay? But that will definitely help you to build up your confidence once you establish that connection with yourself too. But Venus and Leo, you do require a partner that is more confident in themselves. They like to have fun, go on adventures, as well as could be a romantic partnership as well. Children could be applicable in the relationship too. Identical, my fiance's fraternal. Oh, I'm fraternal. I'm fraternal. Let's see what else is here. Oh, also in a past life and even early on in life, your major focus could have been on building up your confidence, expressing yourself and shining your light and just going on adventure and having fun. So just be sure that we're prioritizing that within relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts. You'd benefit from writing your own contracts or writing your own prenup if you would like to get married. All right, let's see what else is going on here. We have Jupiter and Virgo in the 8th, a lot of transformation. A lot of transformation, and it's a lot of transformative experiences too. Be sure first and foremost that we're watching for self-criticism energy, as well as criticizing others, going below the surface, accepting our darker aspects of life, and making peace with our past. That's really going to be beneficial for you. You actually may come into an inheritance at some point with Jupiter being here. Okay, it could be quite large, but just be sure to be more practical if that's the case for you. A lot of energy from karma here that can come in through your transformative energy that'll help you to elevate yourself, but be sure to let go, as I said, of what no longer serves you, letting go of what no longer is in alignment. That way you can get in alignment with your dharmic path, the path that you're meant to be on. Jupiter in the 8th house is your finances wealth, is your fiance's wealth. Yes, it can represent your fiance's or your partner's financial state. So with Jupiter being there, your partner could be well off there too. I also have Jupiter in the 8th, so I'm like, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm just kidding. I'm single. I'm a single Pringle. No, it doesn't necessarily have to be inherited wealth only, but if it's in your 8th house, it can be inherited wealth, but yes, it can represent your partner's financial well-being. Let's see here. Your 8th house ruler is actually 12 places from itself. This can come with some karmic dealings here. With the trine to your 12th house of karma, I can see that karma is kind of effortless. So just be sure that we are prioritizing our spiritual development journey or establishing some sort of connection with the universe. That way, we're not taking on so much energy within that 8th house, because the 8th house is quite confusing. But also setting up those energetic boundaries too. That way people are not taking advantage or draining your energy too. Why do I have so much karma? Well, Capricorn is ruling over that 12th house. The planet of karma, or the sign of karma, Capricorn, is ruling over your 12th house of karma too. Let's see here. Then we have the ninth house in Libra, nothing major going on here. But I will say, just be sure that we are allowing other people to help us define our belief system, our meaning of life, a certain philosophy as well, because you're not meant to go it alone, okay? Ninth house ruler could be found in the seventh house. A lot of gains can definitely come from finding your own meaning of life and philosophy too. All right, 10th house Scorpio, we have Pluto here. Just be sure not to over-obsess over career, status, legacy, and life's work. Also, with Pluto here, this could be quite magnetic. You're also ruled by Saturn, so a lot of karma as well. Absolutely. Good observation, Jelly Bean. Yes. So Saturn is actually the ruler of your chart, and since it rules over your 12th house too, there's a lot of karmic dealings within yourself, identity, and independence as well. Points for you, points for you. All right, let's see here. With Pluto and Scorpio, as I said, you could have a very magnetic personality within your career, status, legacy, and life's work. But it is really important to not take on the projection of other people, because it's either people are really going to love you or they may not love you at all. You know, so just don't take on that projection. It's really important to realize the power within yourself and the power within your status. You know, is because you may attract a status that other people may project onto, but don't give in to that, because you may be triggering other people's unhealed wounds, okay? Finding a balance between your private life and processing your feelings and your emotions. Hold on. Boop. All right. Taking time to really find a balance between your personal life and your public life will definitely help you to find the balance there. But I will say here, with Scorpio being in the 10th house, you may help other people to transform. You definitely may help other people to step into their power, which is why you're going through your own transformation, your own healing journey as well. Let's see what else is going on here. Now you have a Sagittarius MC. I'm just going to use the mouse. You have the Sagittarius MC and the North Node in Sagittarius as well in your 11th house. Part of your mission in this lifetime is to live that larger than life persona. And you're meant to share your experience, your wisdom, your story with other people as well too. Other people may come to you for some advice because you just may appear wise or experienced, you know, but just be sure that you're also prioritizing your future. Okay. It's what you're destined for here. With your North Node in Sagittarius, friends, groups, networks, and organizations are going to be some fated events that are going to happen in your life, as well as any future endeavors that you plan to execute for yourself too. Major focus is on finding a belief system of philosophy, a meaning of life as well. You're naturally going to move towards that. As I said, friends, groups, networks, and organizations can definitely help you out there too. Let's see. And then, let's see, your 11th house ruler can be found in the 8th house. So I will say that that is 10 places from itself. A lot of karma dealing with your friends, groups, networks, and organizations, but you have the energy to overcome it. All right. Well, 10th house ruler is going to be, 10th house is Scorpio. So 10th house ruler is actually going to be in the 7th house. Oh, it's not 7th house. In the 4th house. So it's actually 7 places from itself. So there's a natural desire to be authentic within the career space, as well as bringing a balance between family and home, as well as career status, legacy, and life's work too. But I understand, because you went by the MC. No, you're definitely fine. You went by Placidus, because the 10th house ruler is dictated by the MC. So this would be 11th house whole sign, but the MC ruler, you're totally right. It is 10 or 11 places from itself. 10 places from itself. So that does represent a karmic field that you're definitely paying back, but you have the energy to overcome it, of course. Let's see. Then last but not least, we have Capricorn in the 12th house. We have Uranus and Neptune. Sudden karmic changes that can definitely come in. So that can also be another indicator for you to pay attention, okay? But as I said, establishing a connection with the universe as well as focusing on your spiritual development journey will definitely help you to get a better sense of what is going on within your karmic life here, because a lot of transformation is taking place, but you may ask, like, why is everything happening? Establishing that connection will definitely help you out. Also, spending more time with yourself. This can mean in solitude. This can even mean just like taking yourself out on dates, whatever that may look like for you. Spending more time with yourself will definitely help you to further understand why things are happening. Also, pay attention to your subconscious, because you will definitely have messages coming through your dreams that'll help you in your through your healing journey, as well as in your career status, legacy, and life's work too. Did I miss anything? Yes, I did. So with your, is this a yod? This is a yod. Your North Node, which you're naturally moving towards, is the apex of a major yod. You want to pay attention to Gemini and Cancer aspects or transits. More so in the line of Gemini late degrees, Cancer early degrees can still be applicable, but I will see here that you want to pay attention to those those placements, because when that yacht is activated, that's when you want to tap into your friends, groups, networks, and organizations and start to execute any future endeavors that you have for yourself, because you're meant to fulfill a specific purpose. Do we know what that specific purpose is? Not at this time, but we'll know when that is activated. All right. That's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. Be sure to tap into your home family, processing your feelings and your emotions to alleviate any inner conflict and tension that you may have within your career, status, legacy, life's work, your self-independence and identity, and partnerships, relationships, and interpersonal connection. I'm very psychic and I practice herbalism. Oh, I would like to know more information about that. Massage therapy, Reiki, and more. Ooh, I'm very interested. Definitely keep me updated on your journey. I'm very interested in that. All right, but that's pretty much all I'm seeing. Thank you. All right. Random question, random answer. So, MC is moving into Aries. Wait, my MC is moving into Aries. I have no Aries placements. My second house is in Aries. Something does not seem right there. Something does not seem right. So MC is moving into Aries. Am I reading this wrong? I have no Aries placements, but my second house is in Aries. MC, right, the MC doesn't shift. So that's why I'm like, unless you're going through your progress chart, your natal MC can probably shift, but I'm like, I'm confused on the question. Cause MC doesn't move. It doesn't transit like that. I have no Aries placements, but my second house is in Aries, and your MC wouldn't be in your second house. Cause remember, the MC is always above the horizon. It could be in houses 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12, but it can't be in houses 1, 2, 3. It can't be past the ascendant per se. Oh, I meant North Node. Gotcha. Because I was like, huh? Okay, so North Node is moving into Aries, yes. But you have no Aries places. Okay, so major focus is going to be on establishing your worth and value during that next 18 months, as well as really prioritizing bringing in material security for yourself, not rushing to build up material security, also not equating your money to your worth and value as well. It's going to be applicable. Pay attention to Mars during the next 18 years when the North Node does shift into Aries, because that will be a major indicator on what you need to focus on too. I'm excited for that North Node in Aries. I'm subpar, and here's why. Because like right now, the North Node's in my 11th house, and it's been really good online. It's definitely been good with friends, groups, networks, and organizations. But going into my 10th house, I'm like, I have Saturn there, so I'm like, I'm not so happy with it crossing over my Saturn placement, but who knows? We'll see. It's in my 9th house conjunct Jupiter, and I've been heavily thinking of leaving America. Oh my God, you get along with my brother, because my brother has been all about like the things that have been, exposed and the corruption and things like that. But you and my brother would really have a good talk. Yes, I do. Trying to understand more. What you like to learn more about? Oh, sorry for the mix-up. Oh, you're fine. All right, Francisco is up next. Francisco. Everywhere you look, everywhere is a heart. I hear the moon talking. Everywhere you look, everywhere is a place. There's somebody who needs you. Thank you. I'm here all week. All right. Did you read the solar chart for America in 2024? I did a lot of readings on that. I did it for the Pluto return. I did it for the Uranus return, and I did it for the Chiron return that's taking place. I think in 2020, if I'm not mistaken, 2024, 2025, 2025 for sidereal, 2024 for tropical. We're having a Chiron return happening in the Americas. So if in the case that you're in the United States, prepare yourself. We're going to be doing a whole lot of womb and crying. So hopefully, please enlighten me for what you have seen. Oh yeah, so we're having 3 returns in this decade. We had the Pluto return that happened back in 2022. And then that is actually we're going back in that Pluto return actually, because Pluto is retrograding back into Capricorn. So it's going to cross over that placement again. And so that means that we're going to see even more corruption, even more inflation, and even more rah-rah in the collective. But of course, it's transforming, because people that are in a position of power, they're definitely going to be falling during this time, because we're actually at the end of eclipse season. So that's when everything started to fall. But we're having a Chiron return. A Chiron, I think, is in, I believe, Taurus for the, I definitely remind me, but I know we're going to have a Chiron return at some point for the United States. And that's definitely bringing wounds around like worth, value, material possession if it's in Chiron, if it's in, Taurus, but I believe it's in Aries, I believe. So it's going to be a whole big identity issue, like who are we as a country, you know? And that's taking place in the, I think, 4th or 5th house of the United States. And then we're having a Uranus return, which everybody, I think it's in Aries, right? So there's wounds around identity, there's wounds around like self, not knowing where we're going as a country. And this also has to deal with foundations. It has to deal with our border protections. It has to deal with, you know, all the emotional stress that we're going through as a country. So right now, I'd say that we're in the midst of it. It hasn't crossed over it yet, but we're currently going through a Chiron return in the United States. So that's why everything kind of seems like it's sad and it's a very weird energy. I believe the BRICS alliance will really shake up the country. The way that things are looking at, and we're not even a part of that yet, I feel like I know it's going to shake it up. I feel like we're not going to be in the prominent power that we used to be in, like say in the 80s or 90s. I feel like that's all changing. And then we have the Uranus return, which is taking place in Gemini, which everybody keeps saying, oh, that's war energy. Wars happen during that time as well. And I'm like, honestly don't know, but I feel like there's going to be a revolution and transformation within not only the digital platforms, but transportation, communication, the way that we talk to everybody. Mental health definitely going to be talked about. It's already talked about now, you know, but it's happening in our 7th house. So the alliances that we have with other countries, oh girl, I don't know about all that. That may change. We may see that we may not have allies anymore. We may find that we gain new allies, you know, but Uranus energy is very murky, very weird, you know, so during that return, it's going to be a very interesting time. But the 2020s, just this whole decade is going to just be weird and transformative and just a lot happening in this country. All right. Did Francisco say that he was here? Francisco here. Many red flags aren't there. Oh, many red flags aren't there. What do you mean by many red flags aren't there? Francisco. Francisco, what city were you born in? I just need the city. I believe the transformation will hit hard in 2024 with Uranus and Gemini. I was reading about, a lot of people have been saying that it's going to be like the war energy and things like that. I don't know if World War III is going to happen, but I don't know. But I definitely want to know you guys' insights on that too. Philadelphia. Thank you. Like, what do you guys think will happen when Uranus goes into Gemini? What do you think is going to happen during the next round of the Pluto return that we're about to experience? All right. Is Gloria next? Yep, Gloria, I believe, is right after, and then that's it. That's it after that. So, yep, Gloria's up next, and then that's a wrap for today. North Node is in the 8th house. Those are my theories. All right, here we go, everyone. Let's say hello to Francisco. Hi, Francisco. Hi, Francisco. North Node in the 8th house. Those are my theories. Okay, let's say 2027 chart for America has a lot of physics belief. That's real when war hits due to Chiron in the North Node being in the 8th house. Oh God. What are the degrees of your ascendant? The degree of my ascendant, 6 degrees. It's a Virgo degree. Though I'm like, I don't resonate with that, you know, but, it is a Virgo degree for my tropical chart. All right. Let's see if you have any critical degrees here. All right. Uranus 26 Capricorn, critical degree. I'm not seeing anything else over here. Let's see over here. No, guys, we've been doing really good with critical degrees today. I want a reading so bad, you're everything. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Readings are unfortunately closed for today, but you can always book a private with me. But I'll probably be back sometime. If not Friday, I'll be back probably Saturday. All right? All right. Let's start this. Okay, Francisco. In this lifetime, you're really meant to focus on being witty, lighthearted, as well as becoming curious of mundane knowledge. Really focusing on communication, developing your skills. Siblings, cousins, your immediate environment will definitely be applicable here as well. Girl, he is everything I know at night. Mike, please. Oh my gosh, there are children. Anyway, your first house ruler could be found in the 5th house. So, building up your confidence, expressing yourself, as well as shining your light, not dimming your light because of other people's projection will definitely be a major focus for you as well. Just be sure here that, because you do have the party in Libra, that you're not dimming your light. Here, let's see. Are they self-projected? No. But because early on, because your wounds are in Libra, early on people tried to dim your light when you tried to express yourself. It could have hindered your confidence, but you need to learn how to have fun despite who's watching. Okay, remember, it's other people's projection, okay? If anyone wants to learn about the theories of American Revolution in 2020 through astrology, let me know. I love talking about it recently. Definitely let me know. Like, I want to know more about what you think is going to happen, because I'll definitely share, like, what's going to happen. And let's see here. Do you have, like, I wish I could invite you up, and then we can chat about this after I do Gloria's read. Let's see here. In the second house, Cancer, nothing major here. Just be sure that money comes and goes, that we're not spending more than what is coming in. Yes. Okay, great. I'm going to invite you up after Gloria's read. I'm so excited. All right. And then your second house ruler is in the the eighth house. So it is forming a opposition, a natural desire to go after your healing journey and really to accumulate resources, okay? But just be sure here that we are dealing with any suppressed emotions on our healing journey as well, okay? Be sure also not to suppress any emotions too, okay? With Moon in Capricorn. With Leo in your third house, nothing major here. You need to build up your confidence within speaking. Wow, I can't speak there too. We're going to start that again. With Leo being in the third house, just be sure to build up your confidence around communication and developing your skills as well. Self-effort is definitely going to be required. In my sidereal chart, I actually have this placement with third house Leo and then the sun being in Libra. Now, the sun is in debilitation when it's in Libra, so it's going to require that bit of extra effort. But Venus is here, so it's actually canceling that debilitation. In Vedic astrology, we call it the Nijpan God Yoga, okay? But just be sure that you are developing your confidence within your communication, developing your skills. Siblings, cousins, your immediate environment can also be applicable here too. But you need to express your opinions, express your thoughts, get them out there, okay? With Virgo in the fourth house, nothing major here too. Just be sure not to over-intellectualize your emotions. Also, be sure here with Virgo in the fourth house that we're not being critical of other people and even ourselves when we are processing our feelings and our emotions too, okay? That fourth house ruler could be found also in the fifth house. So when you process your feelings and your emotions, this can even be a sense of what helps you to establish your worth and value, as well as something that can bring in material security for yourself. Look, the fourth house also rules home luxuries, okay? So you can definitely attract some home luxuries, all right? With the fourth house ruler being 2 places from itself. Yes, Mike, what's going on? What's going on? Let's see what else is going on here. Then we have the packed fifth house. We have Chiron, Sun, Mercury, Venus, and the North Node. Part of what you're destined for is moving towards expressing your confidence and putting yourself out there, shining your light, not dimming your light because of other people's projections. Okay, other people like to have fun with you. You like to have fun with other people. Just be sure not to overindulge or self-splurge too much, okay? Also, part of your destiny is to really focus on relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts. There's a huge tendency on yourself and doing things on your own that you need to move towards allowing other people to help you out too, okay? Let's see what else is going on. We have Mercury in Libra in the fifth house. With Mercury in the fifth house, just watch for the lying energy. Sometimes you may people please so much that you may end up telling lies. So definitely just watch out for that as well, okay? With the sun, major focus is just on building up your confidence and expressing yourself. But with Chiron there, as I said earlier, just be sure to just have fun despite who is watching and really focus on having a relationship with yourself that'll help you to heal yourself and to heal others as well. All right, let's see here. Oh, do you have a grand trine too? Oh no, not quite. Almost, you almost did, but not quite. All right, what else is going on here? We have Mars in Scorpio, so in your sixth house here. Oh, by the way, fifth house ruler is in the fifth house, by the way. So this actually helps you to build up your confidence and to express yourself. With your Mars in Scorpio in the sixth house, just be sure not to overwork yourself to your detriment in your day-to-day. Also, be sure not to over-obsess over anything like mundane responsibilities, daily operations as well within your day-to-day as well too, okay? I don't know who instilled in you early on that you need to be overproductive in order to make a statement or in order to gain recognition, but that's completely false, okay? You don't need to work yourself in order to get or towards burnout in order to step in your power or to gain recognition. Once you realize that, and once you realize that all you have to do is show up, that's what helps you to stand in your power as well. Also prioritizing your healing journey and transformation, of course, okay? But you have your sixth house ruler in the sixth house too. Very fortunate here, okay? Is because while this sixth house is a malefic house, you do have a malefic planet ruling over your sixth house, so it's actually fighting for your health here. But just be sure that we're not overworking ourselves to our detriment, okay? What else is going on here? We have Jupiter and Sag in your 7th house. So in a previous life, you were definitely focused on finding a philosophy and meaning of life, a certain belief system, and expanding on these things. In this lifetime, this is where you actually have a lot of experience and a lot of expansion, but this is going to pertain to relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business, and business contracts as well, okay? It is really important to note that relationships can help you find your own meaning of life, but also be sure to prioritize the relationship that you have with yourself, of course. 7th house rulers in the 7th house, okay? So major focus is going to be on other people. Let's see, am I missing anything? Did I miss anything? No. All right. Also, when you heal yourself, this can actually help you to expand in life, but of course, self-effort is required on that department too. 8th house is in Capricorn. We have Moon in Cap, we have Neptune, and we have Uranus too in the sign of Capricorn. With Moon in Capricorn, just be sure that we're not suppressing our emotions, okay, and dealing with any suppressed emotions when they come up to the surface. With Neptune being here, you may yearn for intimacy, vulnerability, and depth within a connection, and that can definitely come, but you need to be sure that we are facing relationships, the reality of a relationship, to its depth and in a realistic sense as well. Okay, watch out for any controlling issues, micromanaging things that are outside of your control as well. Okay, also with Uranus here, this can mean sudden transformative changes, so just be sure that when that comes up, that you're prioritizing your healing journey. Okay, your healing journey will definitely get better over a span of time. It can actually help you to step into a position of power, so just be sure that you're letting go of what no longer serves you, letting go of what no longer is in alignment. Okay, with your 8th house ruler being in the 10th house, you may definitely have a lot of ups and downs in your career and may be quite transformative for you. So just be sure here that we are paying attention to everything that is going on and really just facing all the issues that we have head on. But I will say with 8th house ruler being in the 10th house, a lot of self-effort will be required because your healing journey may be wrapped up because of your career. All right, so there may be a lot of healing that you need to do from that. So just be sure that we're prioritizing the healing journey. Did I miss anything? No. Aquarius in the 9th house, you definitely may have a different approach to finding your belief systems, a philosophy, a meaning of life, and especially within your career status, I can see in life's work too. You definitely may be trying to figure out what it is that you're meant to do. Could be something that's quite original, something that very few people know how to do. You could even be the first to do something as well. Perhaps maybe even astrology, who knows? But just be sure here to pay attention to your ideas. They're quite innovative. They can progress society forward and make the world a better place as well. Okay? With your 9th house ruler being in the 10th house, you may get a lot of favor from higher ups, people that are in a position of power and bosses as well. Perhaps maybe even your father figure as well. With the modern ruler being 12 places from itself, this can be quite karmic for you. So be sure that we are prioritizing our spiritual development journey and really establishing a connection with the universe too. All right, let's see what else. We have Saturn and Pisces in that 10th house. Oh, sorry, let me get that. Boop. There we go. With that Saturn and Pisces in the 10th house, right now you're going through your Saturn return. So you need a lot of consistency, structure, and organization behind your career status, I can see, and life's work, because you're trying to make your dreams a tangible reality for the most part. Just be sure here with Saturn and Pisces that you're developing some sort of connection with the universe. This will definitely help you to move forward on your career because you're naturally being guided towards making your dreams a tangible reality, but it is going to require a lot of work on your behalf. Okay? With yours 10th house ruler being 10 places from itself in Sagittarius, there's a lot of karmic dealings that you may have to deal with within career status, legacy, and life's work, but you have the energy to overcome it. This could also indicate to me that if in the case that you're your own business owner, you could have a big business, okay? Let's see what else is going on here. With Aries in the 11th house, it is really important that you may find yourself that you may find yourself being in a leadership position or being in the leader of your own friend group, network, or organization as well. Just be sure not to rush through any execution of your future endeavors as well. With Mars, the ruler of your 11th house, being 8 places from itself, executing your future endeavors and friendships may be quite transformative for you. Okay, there's a lot of healing that's going to be taking place from those themes. So just be sure that we are not rushing through anything and really taking our time with certain things. Also becoming conscious of the energy as well, okay? What else is happening here? And then last but not least, we have Taurus in the 12th house. So I will say traveling to foreign lands can definitely help you on your spiritual development journey. But I will say it could also help you to establish a worth and value as well. Nothing, it just glitched because my phone just needs to charge. You don't have any major energy pertaining to your 12th house. There's no major placements here. But I will say that when we're paying attention to Taurus in the 12th house, as I said, traveling to foreign lands can definitely help you out here. With your 12th house ruler being in Libra, it is 6 places from itself. You may have some conflicts, issues, and disputes in regards to your spiritual development journey. So just be sure here that we are really taking our time to really focus on what is for us and what's not for us and discerning the energy, okay? Also, setting up energetic boundaries within your spiritual development journey or also within your expression will definitely help you to build up confidence for yourself. Did I miss anything? No, that's pretty much it. You may attract some karmic enemies or hidden enemies when you're expressing yourself, so watch out for that as well from other people, okay? That's pretty much all I'm seeing for you, chart, for the most part. Thank you. All right. Okay. Is Gloria still here? Can you guys still hear me? Okay, Gloria is here. Great, great, great. Yes, you can hear. Great, great, great. Gloria. All right, let me just change this way. San Jose. I don't have a song for San Jose. I'm sorry, unless they have a song that I don't know about. Leo Rising, gang, gang. All right, let's see. Actually, the risings while I'm typing in this information. Aries, Libra, 16-13, Taurus, Scorpio, 18-28, Gemini, Sagittarius, 12-9, Cancer, Capricorn, 21-51, Leo and Aquarius, 17-2, Virgo, Pisces, 13-98. Excuse me. Right now, we have Cancer and Capricorn winning on the board. All right, Gloria. Ooh, Scorpio energy. Yes, I love me, my Scorpios. And, okay, gotcha. All right, let's all say hello to Gloria. Hi, Gloria. Hi, Gloria. All right, so let's see if you have any critical degrees. Oh, come on, Gemini Ascendant. Look at all those trines. Look at all those trines and squares. All right, so let's see here. Do you have any critical degrees? Let's see over here. I'm not seeing any critical degrees, but your MC sitting right on top of my Jupiter. And let's go over here. Do I see any critical degrees? Venus 9 Scorpio critical degree. That's it. Guys, we did so fantastic today with the critical degrees. I'm proud of you all. Look at you, shining. All right, in this lifetime, you're really meant to focus on being witty, lighthearted, as well as becoming curious of mundane knowledge. Siblings, cousins, your immediate environment could also be applicable themes here, communication and developing your skills as well. With Chiron being here, you just being yourself has definitely allowed other people to project, and so you probably taken on that projection. Be sure that we're first and foremost finding an outlet to best get our opinions and our thoughts out, rather that be speaking, journaling, writing, whatever that may look like for you. Also, just tapping into yourself and really taking action towards your life's direction. That'll help you to not only heal yourself, but to heal other people too. And this is also going to do you wonders within finding a philosophy, a meaning of life, a certain belief system, and also within your career status, legacy, and life's work too. Just be sure not to rush through your healing journey, okay? With your first house ruler and your chart ruler being in the 6th house, a major focus is going to be on your day-to-day mundane responsibility, daily operations, work schedule, routine around personal development and physical health. Just be sure to watch out for self-criticism, criticism of others as well, okay? You may learn a lot about yourself within your day-to-day, just as long as you don't over-obsess with it. This can definitely help you to stand in your power, all right? With your 2nd house being in Cancer, as I said, money can definitely wax and wane or come and go here, so just be sure that we're watching our spending. But for the most part, there's nothing really major here. Listening to your intuition can help you to establish your worth and value. With your 2nd house ruler being 9 places from itself, with Moon in Pisces, you can definitely attract some earnings through your career status, legacy, and life's work as well. And this can actually come in big earnings as well, since it is conjunct Jupiter. All right, with Leo in the 3rd house, just be more confident when you are communicating or developing your skills. Other people may project onto you, just don't even go into that projection. Don't even take it on. With your 3rd house ruler being 4 places from itself in Scorpio, a lot of this is taking place within your day-to-day, around your job, around maybe your co-workers as well. But as I said, just don't take on that projection, because with Scorpio energy, we tend to take on a lot of projection because other people are triggered because we're triggering their unhealed wounds, but that's no fault of our own. It's just they're not healing, so they tend to project. So just watch out for that, okay? With your 4th house being in Virgo, just be sure not to over-intellectualize your emotions. emotions. And as I said, watch out for self-criticism. But I will say with your 4th house ruler being in the 6th house, self-effort is required to process your feelings and your emotions as well. Remember, you need to feel them through, okay? 5th house in Libra, you like to have fun with other people. Other people like to have fun with you. You definitely like to go out and really enjoy yourself in life. Nothing major here, but 5th house ruler in the 6th house just means that you like to do something fun for work. You definitely need some type of audience or some type of interaction within your work setting, okay? You could be a teacher. You definitely could be somebody who could teach other people to do something in regards to being of service to other people, but you will naturally attract an audience for you there. With your Pluto, Venus, Sun, and Mercury in Scorpio in the 6th house, you can gain a lot of power within your day-to-day, but it's really important that you learn that you don't need to put in so much productivity to the point of burnout in order to gain recognition. You just showing up as yourself will definitely help you to stand in your power, just as long as you don't over-obsess with it. What about being a nurse? It's applicable for being a nurse as well. Anything with 6th house placements that deals with wellness or healthcare, that in the 12th house, that deals with wellness, healthcare, being of service to others. So yes, being a nurse is also applicable too. If you find that to be fun or recreational, because it does deal with other people, and with it being in the 6th house, yes, the nurse can definitely manifest there. But with the 5th house, what did I want to say? And I'm like, oh, it's slipping. I'll come back to it. All right, let's see here. With Pluto, just be sure here that we're stepping in our power by really just showing up and being ourselves and not having to put in the bells and the whistles with everything as well. With Venus here, also just be sure that you're not being of service to other people to your detriment, okay? In a relationship, you may yearn for one with stability, intimacy, as well as vulnerability as well. Something that has depth. It could be a transformative relationship per se, but it's something that will help you to develop yourself, okay? With your Sun here, it's a major focus of your mundane responsibilities, your day-to-day as well. And as I said with Mercury, just be sure to not just be sure to watch out for self-criticism and criticism of others too. Now, you're a truth seeker. You're definitely a truth teller too. You're going to tell it as it is. And so learning the power within your words too will definitely benefit you within your day-to-day and your personal development journey too. Now, there's effortless opportunity within your career. So whatever you're doing within your day-to-day will definitely help towards your career status, legacy, and life's work too. All right. And we do see a little bit of conflict between your day-to-day and your meaning of life. Perhaps maybe some of the things that are said within your day-to-day are not in alignment with your meaning of life or belief system or philosophy. So definitely find a meaning of life, a philosophy, or belief system that definitely matches your day-to-day as well. That'll help you to alleviate any inner conflict and tension that you may have. All right. Now with Sagittarius, we have Saturn and Uranus in that 7th house. Previous life, or maybe early on in life, you could have focused on finding a philosophy, a meaning of life, or a certain belief system and expanding on these themes. But in this lifetime, you have some karmic lessons pertaining to that. But that's going to manifest in relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts. Saturn's really trying to get you to master relationships, master business, and master what the meaning of life is to you. Okay? Sudden changes within relationships may happen suddenly. Well, I already said sudden changes, didn't I? But make sure that we are prioritizing the relationship that we have with ourselves. Remember that balance is essential. Okay? You may yearn to be understood in a relationship, partnership, interpersonal connection, business contract. Make sure that you are understanding yourself. You'd benefit from having a friendship before getting into a relationship, a partnership, or an interpersonal connection. When it deals with business, you may have some challenges and obstacles in the beginning, but it will get better over a span of time. You may have an international or a big business here too. All right. Let's see what else is going on. Your 7th house ruler is in 4 places from itself. So relationships, partnerships, and interpersonal connection will over time bring you bliss and fulfillment. Because remember, after your Saturn return, which you've already been through, this can actually indicate a long-term connection coming in for you. But remember, you benefit from a friendship first, okay? Now you have Neptune and Capricorn in your 8th house. Just be sure that we are facing our transformation and our healing journey in a realistic sense, juxtapose thinking about the fantasy behind it. You may yearn for intimacy, vulnerability, or a deep connection per se, and that can come in for you, but definitely address any controlling issues, trying to micromanage things that are outside of your control as well, confronting fears with intimacy, vulnerability, and going below the surface and accepting the darker aspects of life. Also be sure that you are letting go of what no longer serves you, letting go of what no longer is in alignment, which in turn puts you in alignment with your dharmic path. Okay? Also, there's some karma here in regards to your healing journey and transformation, because your 8th house ruler is 12 places from itself, with Saturn being in Sagittarius. Just be sure that we are setting up energetic boundaries. That way we are not taking on other people's energy during our transformation and while we are healing as well. All right, ninth house, we have MC and we have Mars. Just be sure not to rush into a philosophy or a meaning of life. That can lead to years of undoing. But with the MC being an Aquarius, part of what you're meant to do in this lifetime is something that's quite original, something that very few people may know what to do, or perhaps maybe you may be the first to do it. Pay attention to your ideas. They're quite innovative. They can help society to move forward. But your belief systems can actually be quite innovative themselves. It may be something that is unconventional per se, but don't let other people stray you away from what you believe in, okay? Now, there's a lot of gains and rewards that can come from your own belief systems and finding your own meaning of life, because your ninth house ruler could be found within the Saturn and Sagittarius. And also Uranus here too. But I will say there's a lot of gains and rewards that come from really just leaning into your own meaning of life. Just be careful not to become too dogmatic within your beliefs. Definitely keep an open mind and listen to other people's perspectives, okay? Energy and drive can also be found through friends, groups, networks, and organizations, and executing your future endeavors. And also, your future endeavor, the energy and drive that you have with finding the meaning of life can also help you to heal yourself, which can potentially help you to heal others too. With Jupiter and Moon in Pisces in your 10th house, a lot of opportunities will come through your career, status, legacy, and life's work. Be sure to take advantage of those opportunities. But within your career, you need to do something that emotionally fulfills you. If it doesn't emotionally fulfill you, it's not worth it, okay? Also, developing some sort of connection with the universe, trusting in the unknown, and working on spiritual development will definitely help you towards your career, status, legacy, and life's work. It's actually where your natural gifts lie, okay? But paying attention also to your intuition too. With Jupiter 10th house ruler being in the 10th house, this means that you can do something in regards to being a teacher, a guru, or really just sharing things with the masses, really sharing your experience and your story with other people too. There's a lot of effortless opportunity to do this within your day-to-day as well, which can actually help you towards your career too. North Node in Aries in the 11th house, you're destined for friends, groups, networks, and organizations, and really to pay attention to executing your future endeavors. You may be the leader in your friends, groups, networks, and organizations, or may find yourself in leadership positions. Oop, not the rat, not that. Oop, see, you made the screen go away, Mike. Anyway, moving on. You're destined to also really move towards yourself, your independence, your identity, as well as taking action towards your life's direction and giving back to yourself through self-nourishment, okay? Don't be afraid to beat your own drum with this placement here, okay? Realize you're different for a reason. And there's a trine to Uranus here, okay? The relationships that you may attract may be a little different. They may not be your first choice, but they're actually to help you to execute any future endeavors that you may have for yourself as well, okay? So don't be afraid to, as I said, don't be afraid to beat your own drum. Definitely find acceptance for your quirkiness, your unconventionality, and your originality as well. I'm referring to someone who Tay. All right, last but not least, before I let you go, we do have Taurus in the 12th house. It is really important here that you're establishing some sort of connection with the universe. This will definitely be around for a long time for you, okay? But I will say there's nothing major here for you. 12th house ruler could be found in the 6th house, so there is a major desire to really be of service to other people, to really help people on their physical development or personal development journey. But just be sure that we're finding a balance between spiritual development too. All right, but that's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. Thank you. All right. Okay, I'm just going to pull up the USA's birth charts because we're about to chat about predictions about what's going to happen in the United States over the 2020 decade. I'm just waiting for Jellybean to come in. Is Jellybean still here? Hopefully Jellybean is still here. Okay, great. I'm just pulling up the USA's birth chart so that way I can look at it. All right. I did send an invitation. Hopefully you got it. Hold on, I'll send an invitation again. There we go. Yay! Is it connecting? Hello!
Hello!
Hi. Oh, wow.
Is it connecting? Hello!
Hello!
Oh, wow.
Is it connecting? Hello!
Oh, it's definitely mirroring. Okay, so I have the United States' birth chart. I definitely want to hear, oh, well, there's that. Well, it's a fact that the next president of the United States will have blue eyes, T. Hold on, let's see here. We're going to accept it. We're going to try again. Hold on, let's see here. We're gonna accept it. We're gonna try again.
Can you hear me?
Hold on, let's see here. We're gonna accept it. We're gonna try again. It's
Can you hear me?
Hold on, let's see here. We're gonna accept it. We're gonna try again.
Can you hear me?
Hold on, let's see here. Yeah, it's mirroring a lot. I wonder how we're gonna do this. A sign T. Maybe it's a sign. I don't know. Maybe it is a sign. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I don't know.
I will just talk in the comments then.
Okay, no worries.
I will just talk in the comments
Okay, no worries. You know, because I'm hearing myself back. I'm like hearing it back, and I'm like really Mercury retrograde energy. All right, also be sure to like and share to get us out there. That way we can get out there. Also, if you're not already doing so, be sure to follow me. That way you get notified every time I go live. And if you're watching the pre-recorded version, be sure to like, share, and subscribe and do all that. It's my phone. I haven't been able to go live properly. You know, it's okay. It happens. It happens. Well, I guess that's it for today then. You know, as I said, be sure to like and share to get us out there, and be sure to follow me if you're not already doing so. But without further ado, I fare thee well. All right, today is Wednesday, May 10, 2023. I hope you all have a great day. I'll see y'all soon. Bye-bye.